Collecting away in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all those figures sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody collects the same, and they're always glad you came.
Oh, that's us.
You wanna go where people see collections are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people see collections are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Is that it? No, your name.
Oh, dear.
Hello.
Hello. That was an experience.
That's a number one. It's a number one. It is.
It's so good.
I don't know where.
I don't know where.
I don't know where. Right, I'll remove that from the studio, so I won't play that again. So yeah. Oh, hello. It's yeah.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy the 16th of April. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the chat already.
Wow.
Yeah. Who's he?
Who's he?
Idiot.
What's he doing?
Idiot.
Bring it
Oh,
on.
Jedi Barry.
Oh, this
Jedi
Barry.
Barry.
Yeah, like his image there. Hello, I'm saying so.
Hello, Luke.
Hey, hello, Luke. Just watched his review on Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
Missed a bit at the end. There's a credit bit at the end.
I didn't know if you watch it at the end. Yeah, me and Matt didn't know that there was an end credit scene. So
yeah, I've been looking every episode.
yeah,
Nothing.
you just kind of give up by the fifth one. You go, it's not.
Yeah,
really
they-
there was. So there you go. If you've not seen that, don't watch it yet though, because we're on.
No, don't watch it yet.
Hey, Andy's here. Look.
Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a new thing on that.
Yeah, it's nice. The lovely Andy.
That's Dean.
Oh no, I know.
How good was that?
Well, Dean's good on the guitar, isn't he? We should do a duet.
So we had a preview a couple of days ago. And, yeah, we were all laughing. We want to
Oh,
know when the album's coming out, Tez. When's the album? Come on, Tez.
Oh,
Yeah.
just I try something different every week.
Why not?
Next week I'm doing performance art and Elias.
I think that's a good. I think that's a good one. I think it's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good stream last night with Luke Reynolds and
yeah,
I think
on all things.
Yeah,
that was good. That was always end up talking about Swiss.
Always reminiscing, aren't they? On there, he's always reminiscing about stuff.
It's good.
Good old John.
John. Martin. Good evening. Tim.
And uncensored. Yeah, no one's got a spanner. There's no moderators. I don't know how to set it up. I've got
Make someone a spanner.
I've got some pliers.
Make Chris a spanner.
Make Chris a
I know
spanner.
you got those spanners because you put it towards your bits and went, well, everybody knows your name.
Get them high notes. Alan Jones. Hey, up Dave.
Hey, DTM.
Hey, Dave.
There we go. Tim. There we go. Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to show something later on for Tim.
All right.
Oh.
If I press the buttons right, yeah.
Oh, here we go. We can hear it.
Oh, here's Luke. Yes.
Luke.
Yes. We have got smugglers and we've got only one in Smugglers Canyon on tonight.
I know, can't believe it. It's gonna be great.
The waiting down there, I can see him. Oh. No, they're doing that to me now. Oh, Johnny, there we go.
Hey, Johnny.
There we go. I know he loves my singing. There we go. Hello. Yeah, I have gone downhill. Yeah, it's because It's because it wasn't wearing me triple denim.
Yeah. We saw that
Hey,
picture of you
biker.
earlier. Saw that picture of you early on today. You definitely look like Jason Donovan earlier on in your younger years.
Oh yeah, the younger
With
Tezzies.
the
Oh,
Yeah.
long hair.
that was
the
before I had
blonde
long
hair,
hair. And blonde, and when I had some hair. Yeah.
Did you put that on Twitter as well, or just on Facebook?
Just on Facebook? Just
Get it on Twitter.
I don't know why. It's a bit vain, isn't it? Putting pictures of yourself up like that. I don't know.
He's not kidding.
All downhill. All
Obviously,
downhill.
he wants to have other streams.
Yeah. It can only get better.
Well, we're doing quite well.
Ouch. Yeah, it was biker. Ow.
Baz.
Stop.
Baz. Hi, Nigel. No,
Good old Nige.
Nige. Get your lighters out. Yeah, and that wave
Oh,
your
that's the
arms in the
lightsabers.
air like you don't care.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I'll agree, though.
Hi.
A long time in the making. This
Chapeau.
tangoed.
Oh, Tango Man, Luke. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of sun up in
With his olive
Bridlington.
complexion. Yeah.
Oh, it is red.
Hi, Marky D.
Hey, I saw a picture of
Hey.
Marky T on Facebook today. He had longer hair. Look,
I did.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're twisting me melon, man.
Just Jimmy Miller.
You talk so weird. Oh, yes, of
Oh,
course.
thank you, Biker.
Oh,
Cheers, pal.
We're here for your pleasure.
I know that guy. Right, Luke, everyone in the chat. Oh. Everybody's here to play. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we should have a warning.
Oh,
Jimmy. Hazardous.
Yeah.
Hi, Death Star.
Hi, Death Star.
Hello. Oh, that's that slave. Is that a slave layer on his avatar?
Yeah.
Card is
Oh.
straight there.
Yeah. Hi.
You know what?
I'm
Evening.
Dave.
Dave. Mr. Ez.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's so many people in chat. What
Oh,
do you mean?
Oh, we're so
Okay.
popular. Can't.
Oh, it's my
Ready?
singer.
Hi.
Red 5.
F5,
I made a mistake last week because he had his yellow TIE fighter he'd done a custom of, and I showed the red. I showed the red one.
And not the yellow one.
I read his message wrong. He said, "I didn't make that one."
Hey, red, red, yellow.
The yellow one.
But he did the yellow one.
He did the yellow one. Right.
He did the yellow one, which is better.
I like the yellow one with the cut out wings. That's a clever idea, that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
I think that would be a good advance for a TIE fighter, wouldn't it? You can actually see more when you look out, because you'd have a bit of you can see more with the wings cut out slightly. So
be good for reverse parallel parking, wouldn't it?
yeah.
So Dave,
Gary.
It's Friday. Shabby's already been dancing this morning.
Hey, a big status quo this morning.
Status quo. My sister would have been rocking because she's a big Quo fan.
Hey, backed out.
Hey up,
Yeah, I
Bo.
must say, Vintage Dave's video today was very metal. Did you notice that? It was very heavy today.
Mm.
Yeah.
All those
dark
figures
and-
and Moonraker and Amigo, and then it just went.
Yeah.
Good music,
Yeah.
Alec. Very good. But I've never done that. Put metal on me videos. I think it might put people off. So it's a bit too loud. Dave went for it.
He did go for it.
He did. Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
Steve. It's the
Good old
monkeys.
Steve.
Monkeys. Wow.
Well, no. Apparently, when I had long hair on the picture on Facebook, I looked like what's his name? One of the drummer from the Monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old P.
Oh,
Good old P's here.
Oh. Yeah. Gotta go. Hello. Mr. Callens.
Hey, Will.
I will.
Oh.
There used to be a spanner. Yeah.
I used to, yeah.
I just got that one.
Yeah.
Hey, Gab. Good to see you.
Oh, hi, Gav. I saw his pictures.
All right, Gab.
today.
Yeah, hello,
Gab.
Cat.
All right,
Oh,
Cat.
cat.
Hello.
Hope you're right.
Yeah. Gavin's got to sort out his room. He's got so much stuff. He needs a room. He's got a lot of stuff. He needs to just
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I went through Daniel's videos last night. Wow.
Yeah.
He's
I've got to
dioramas.
check him out. I've got to
Oh
check him out.
yeah.
Honestly. I almost watched about 5 in a row. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
The
Wow.
Luke's home, the Lars Homestead.
Oh, I saw pictures of that. Yeah,
And he showed how to make those cargo boxes. I'm not going to say because I want people to watch his video, but
Yeah.
For someone who's not as creative or whatever, the way he does it, anyone can do him. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I loved him, Dan. I'm really glad I subscribed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. Very talented.
Get him on.
Come on.
Get him on,
Get him
Tez.
on.
Get him on.
Oh, get on. All these people start talking.
Si.
Oh, let's
Aye.
get 'em.
Hey, up.
They want to be backstage all night.
Right, I need to get Salacious singing on. If I do another one, we'll do a duet. We will.
PA.
Collaboration.
PA.
Hello, mate.
To see you,
Yeah,
pal.
Comics. Nice.
Great
Oh,
to see ya. Brilliant.
oh. Right, I'm gonna get here, and then I'm gonna go. What do we? Oh yeah, have you got anything to show?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Half an hour with Shabby then. Well, yeah, let Matt go first. I think is it. He's probably got less.
I've got a few
You've got-
bits. Shabby's
Have you
got
got
loads.
loads? Shabby's got loads on that video.
Yeah.
I won't show it all.
Oh,
your
it's
best
like
bits. Show your
cuddly
best
toy,
bits.
cuddly toy. Soda Stream is like a generation game.
My claim.
Oh, who's going first then? I'll go first because I've got one thing. I've got one thing. I've got one thing. And hold on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, sorry, Tim. Maybe I have got. I don't collect Action Force at all or GI Joe,
Right, yeah.
but I did get Action Force for the ZX Spectrum.
All right.
Ah, yeah.
Have you played it yet?
No, I haven't got Spectrum. I haven't got Spectrum. I keep buying them.
You just collect them.
I just collect them. Look, terrible graphics. 3 colors. No, eight colors. So yeah. Yeah. One day, I might get me Spectrum. So that's me. So
yeah.
that's all I got.
Okay.
That's all I got, sir. That's all I got.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Who's next then? Let's do. Where are you? Wait.
Oh, I only got a few bits today, so I went and had a pop. Just finished work today early, and I had a little looking Smith. So I picked these 3 up.
Smith toys, yeah.
Yeah, they had a load of Rexes in there, so I got myself a Rex.
Oh yeah,
I thought I might as well get one. So when they're in the shop, you see them in the shop, you're like, oh, I'll just pick one up, and I got these 2. So I never had these 2, so
yeah,
pick those 2 up. And
they've got some good stuff in there.
It was Shabby and Tez already know. I try to. I usually have very good luck taking the stickers off the retro collection, right? But I've taken the sticker off this. You can't really see it, but can you see that? Like, can you see the color?
Yeah,
there, there, where the sticker was.
Ooh.
And these usually, I do these perfectly, but I took the sticker off it and I just touched it with the slightest bit of lighter fluid, and it went dark, and the color is coming out of these. So anyone who does it, don't try it.
Try it.
So luckily enough, there was a spare one in Smith's. So
there you go.
For some reason, no one wants Quill, so I got him. So and I did take the sticker off.
IG11.
You can just make it out in the middle there. His body. It's a little. It's hard to show it, but. They must have used the cheapest ink and card they could find, because usually when I did the other waves, when I did wave 1 and 2, no problem, you can't even tell the sticker was there. So I got to those 2 and I gave up.
That's right,
so, yeah. Don't take your retro stickers off on the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I tried the hairdryer trick, just warm it up, but it left all the glue on the card still, and you still got to get it off with some lighter fluid. So yeah. Does
the hairdryer like melt the bubble though?
No, you just have the hairdryer warm and then just keep coaxing the sticker as you're pulling it off. It'll come off. So I'm not going to venture it anymore. So I thought about actually ripping this guy off the packaging and then putting him on the old mission fleet, see if he'll fit.
Oh yeah,
because
good idea.
He's not a bad size, is he?
Not bad size,
No.
is it?
So I might do that. Yeah. So
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Cool. Brian.
Yeah.
There's some. This is good. Oh, I've lost it now. Look at that from Andy. Good.
Well, we've found a house. We found what he's got. You ready for this? We went. Yes. It was it yesterday, the day before? I can't remember now. But we're signing for tomorrow. 2 acres of land and a swimming pool, a built-in swimming pool.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
It's got a diving board, so it's 8 foot down, and the swimming pool's about 20 foot. Well, I'm going tomorrow, so I'm going to make a video of it and show everybody where we are. But it's right in the centre of the country, so behind your swimming pool, you want to see the view, all cattle and everything. It goes like it's beautiful. I can't believe it. Someone was watching me and Jen, so yeah, it's awesome. So, but to answer your question, it's a bit small, the house, but it's worth it. Remember, I've said to you before about all our furniture. We need the space for furniture. So I don't know what to do with my stuff. And I think Jen thinks I'm going to start having to sell some stuff off, but I can't do it. I can't. I don't. So anyway, I'm going through all my boxes. I'm going through all my stuff, and that's going to be fun packing next week. So, but anyway, we found somewhere. So let me show you what I do.
Oh, there we go.
No, mate, not tonight, Dan.
Dan's a terrible, isn't he?
Oh,
you got her.
But look at that.
Maybe I noticed that on your video.
And if he can't take stickers off those retro collections, I'm buggered if I'm going to take that off that.
Oh, that should come off. If it's a new sticker, that should just come off quite easily, shouldn't it? Yeah.
Another time, I've always took that patience and waiting for stuff. Look what arrived this morning.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
And I watched Sean Solo 8's video on it too, and he did a great review on it. So it's a cracking figure, that, isn't it? So it's on Amazon at the moment, boys, now for $27.99. So if you want to go on Amazon and get one, they're there.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, he's all right.
Get 2 pistols.
Yeah, I'm just glad to. I'm glad to. But that's the thing. Remember how much this went up to? It went ridiculous, didn't it?
Going crazy money. Yeah.
We got some Moto Origins off the lovely Andy and Brian. We got.
Andy and Brian. You haven't opened it yet.
Ninja. No. You're going to open them, aren't you, though? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do it with Lucy. Lucy loves this line, so it's so much fun making them with her.
Love watching her rip them open. Yeah.
Horde that.
Yeah, I love the sticker on that. That little sticker, the Horde sticker. It's great.
I said that in my video. She-Ra came with the same sort of sticker with Princess of Power on it, but I thought, I want to open these. I want to enjoy them. So
has he got his little red bat thing in it? He's got his
everything's in the back of it.
Yeah. It's
all there you go.
Yeah. All the accessories. We've got
Stratos.
Stratos.
Yeah.
We got obviously Trapjaw you saw. So and last but not least, the lovely Brian.
Yay!
Found these Triclops. So he said it. You see, and he didn't even. I paid for the figure, but he said no. What is it? Charge for the shipping. How nice is that? So it's like I went into the shop myself and bought it. So thanks, Brian.
Lovely.
And Andy, thank you both, man. Yeah, that's what Shabby got this week.
There you go. Where can you get in the UK? Because I go into Smiths. I've never seen them.
Smiths are gone. Yes.
Australia haven't got them. Australia still have not got Moto Origins.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. Yes, I've got a few of the old ones. I've got 5 now.
You're gonna have to go to Smiths tomorrow, Tez. You have to take a little trip. Yeah.
I love it. If you've seen this Moto, I mean, it's like I said, you get your hot toys and you get yourself. I'm a toy collector, and these are brilliant toys. Yeah. They're fantastic. Yeah. Another one I watched his video last night. Did you see his? If you're interested in Masters of the Universe, Eb's got a video of 200X generation, and you want to see his collection of him. And I tell you what, Matt, the detail of these Masters of the Universe figures that Eb's got, I've never seen it. I think I saw 1 or 2 of them. I remember the He-Man, but the Man at Arms and the Evil Lee, the detail is unbelievable. So watch Eb's video, man. It's well worth watching.
And he does excellent. He does excellent portraits of people.
Yes.
He does.
I'll have to. I'll try and get that up in it.
Yeah.
Remind me later on. I'll try and get it. It is on Twitter. But it's
Twitter. Yeah, we've got a portrait done already. Fan stuff. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. I love you lads. You're awesome.
Same problem with my Mando Retro's got the sticker off and all.
Yeah.
But 3 of them have. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've used the cheapest ink and card they can use because, I mean, I was in Smith's and it's when you go in there and you see all the cards all wavy and bent and it just looks embarrassing.
Steve-O.
Just looks embarrassing. So
There's my yellow twin.
Good old Steve-O.
you get
Mr. Yellow.
and you get these come out. You get these the same company, and these are amazing. They're so stiff.
Yeah.
You're like,
They are good then.
what's
They?
going on, Hasbro? You know, come on. Look at that. It's lovely.
Baffling, isn't it? Baffling.
Baffling.
And they definitely have taken those little flags of Star Wars down. I've checked about 4 Walmarts now. They're all gone. So
What the side?
Yeah.
you go on now. They have these little flags. And Transformers is there. They've even got He-Man one. They've got Power Rangers. They have not got a Star Wars one. And I noticed it in one shop. Now I've been to 4 Walmarts and none of them are there. So
Well, they're doing that thing they've just done with the Black Series in that very narrow, long box. They're just sticking them on the sides now, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that's how they're going to continue. So,
More like Sharon Davis.
and I couldn't believe it, right? Because we went there and it's under the tarp, and then she said it's all been restored, all been done. And and then obviously you've got to get in touch with the fire department to fill it up and do all this. But I couldn't. I was like, wow! I'll show you pictures.
Fire department. Oh,
you bugger!
yeah.
I know.
Wow.
Oh, right. I'm gonna. Scott.
Let's-
Just seen his new
let's
video.
go.
I've shared his new video out on the old Twitter.
Brilliant.
There we go. Great guest, Scott. One the other week. Good. Nice vision. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
you have to wait a few more weeks. Yeah, 10 more days.
dear, that's a shame, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get. Yeah.
Yeah, how good is it, Luke? Kev's video on there. It's like I said, it's a fantastic line. Fantastic line.
Yeah. Here we go. Random selector. Here we go. Oh, Nick hasn't got any clothes on, but I'll put him on anyway. Hey!
Shit! Oh man!
That's the first thing he said.
You went,
All right.
How's it going? Thanks for having me on, fellas.
Yeah.
hello,
Yeah.
mate. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks, Shabby.
I was telling on Jen. You were coming on tonight. I was telling on Jen.
Thank you so much, mate. That means the world to me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
I mean, you have to do an impression of everybody.
he's brilliant already. He's
I've got to
brilliant.
welcome the Cornish now, Tez, I reckon.
I spat my dinner. I was having my dinner watching you on that stream, and he goes, "I was telling Aunt Jen," and I just went,
Oh,
Oh, awesome.
"No, not yet, mate. That's the only one I'm looking for, Scareglow. But I'll find him. You can find him
you'll
everywhere."
find it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But have you got anything new, Nick? I saw your video, your update yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, I've got a few of them here next to me. I just thought I'd have a
Go.
closer look. But these are awesome, man. I can't wait to get these open. You'll have to excuse the quality of this camera here, but you know, the brilliant figures. I can't wait to get these open, man. Really nice. I mean, I don't know what the going rate is on eBay. I got a decent deal on them. There's this Maris Brood here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, from the Force and Leap. Oh,
Yeah,
she was
the
really hard.
Great.
She was really hard to defeat. Oh yeah,
I did that review as you saw or whatever, and then I've just had them. I haven't looked at them again, but they're just awesome. And then there's I'll show you the other ones of it. Oh man, I've got TC14 downstairs. I forgot to bring it up. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's Grievous, isn't it?
I've got TC14 on 30th anniversary as well. This is amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I had an expanded universe shelf and I kind of got rid of it because I needed space for other stuff. But I'll have to bring it back to have that on. And then this. Oh my god, this guy's amazing.
Oh, that's a bit pricey, that one, though, isn't it? Now,
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, he did all of them, all that 5 for like 55 quid.
Wow.
Wow.
I'd already spent like 200 or something on the other stuff.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Oh, and I've just taken that out of the star case it was in. That I can't get over how good that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Usually-
that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you? I usually I don't go near figures that have got fake fire or lightning. Don't do it for me. But that looks really good.
Yeah. Felt like your effects.
Yeah. So I might get a little Obi-Wan on the end of the shelf with his blaster.
Oh,
You know,
that'd be
hang on
good.
the edge.
Yeah.
And then-
Great idea, yeah. I love your shells.
Have you
That'd
got
be
the
awesome.
Grievous ship? Have you got the ship to put in the background?
No, I haven't. I
Ah,
haven't. No, I wouldn't mind getting that now.
Oh.
Maybe.
It's good. I like that ship. I've got
I'll
that
look
ship.
on eBay.
What's that ship? What's it called?
Yes.
I've got 2 earphones in then. Sorry if I was shouting.
Oh. No, you're right. It's all right. We're used to Shabby talking, so it's a pretty good That's his level.
So. You get told off all the time for it. I get excited and I'm like, are you all right?
I tell you what, mate. I say what I like, and I like what I bloody well say.
I know. I don't know why I do it. It's like I'll come off it and our Jen will go, "Why are you shouting?" And I'm like, "I'm not shouting," but I'm like,
"Yeah, usual pattern." That's his usual.
My wife, all I can hear is Shabby rant.
I know.
He's not ranting. He's happy.
He's happy. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of Lego ships of that Grievous ship, but I'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called because it's nice. Yeah. It's like a classic 30s car, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah. It's meant to be done like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. That bomber in Mando, it looks like that, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
You know, it says kill him, and it's like launches. It's coming up.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Oh yeah, the Mandalorian. Yeah, it's in that as well.
Well, now we've got you on, and we know you're obviously a vintage collection. Do you want me to show you what my favourite vintage collection figure is?
Do it, yes, I do.
Do it. Like I said, I've made a couple of videos of them, and when they first came out, I used to buy them all the time. I opened them and I bought them, and I really liked them. But the one that always sticks out to me is this one.
Yeah. Oh, let's have a look at you.
Oh yeah.
I
saw your video, Shabby. You did. You had all the cards on the table, and I think you were going through. And didn't you find
everything on this to get a 3 3/4 inch figure with all that and the detail, and then she came, with an extra scarf kind of thing and the extra little head. I just thought, what a fantastic figure that is. So that was always my favourite one. I mean, you talk about your Malguses and your Rebel Commandos and your Ahsokas, but that one was always my favourite one. I loved it.
And the card back's good for that. It's a really nice card back.
It's awesome, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing. And the way you even put the detail on the little scope that comes down.
The binoculars thing.
Yeah, fantastic. I always have this one on display
as well. You can get the changeling.
That's the thing. Yeah, the face. Oh, there you go. We head.
Changeling.
Changeling.
Originally, wasn't when Attack of the Clones came out? Wasn't Sam's that was like a pre-film launch figure, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was
all right. Yeah,
figures, weren't there?
Yeah, and then that's right. And then you watch the film, and then it's like, oh, she's dead. like 2 minutes of screen time. Oh, she's dead.
Well, it's like Snake, isn't it? Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buy him, Dan. Buy him. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I was saying before you came on, Nick, I love watching Daniel Chart's videos. I tell you what, he's not bad at all, are they?
Really good.
Amazing.
Do you collect any of the line, Nick?
Any of the 80s?
Yeah, sort of Transformers or
sorry, any other line. Not really, no, just this. Although I'll be honest, I did see a couple of things. I mean, I used to like it's called the WWE now. I used to be a big wrestling fan in the 90s, and I did see I was on and I was on ID Toys, and I needed to get my order over 50 quid, and I saw a really good, that latest what is it, Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hogan. I was going to bring it up. I bought that because I've been waiting forever for there to be a decent figure of him. Because like my scale was that 4. Was it the 4.5? The ones from Hasbro in like early 90s. They were great figures, and they had like the action or whatever. And then when they did the 6-inch stuff, they just all looked like they were really like pumping with like monsters. They were non-human.
Find out why they did that. Why they made them so buffed up. Did no one ever come out and say, "Well, that's the way we went"? They just came out.
That was the 90s as well, when you thought they would calm it down. Maybe the 80s, like they literally looked more pumped than He-Man or whatever. They were just overly ripped. But
I'm going back over old chat here. Sorry.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? Yeah.
I also saw this other figure. I saw this Andre the Giant and in B&M, and that's thanks to Daniel Chart. He just sent a couple of pictures, and it was a really good looking Andre the Giant. The facial sculpt was amazing, so I picked that up. It was,
some of those wrestling figures.
I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. But...
Is Scotland open? Just England's open. Is Scotland open yet? Or
no? Scotland's different. So
couple of weeks.
Let's do a lockdown, I think. So
10K walk.
Yeah. Oh, nice, John.
Nice, John. Nice one.
We'll have a look through, pal. We'll have a look, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you can do all that stuff now. Go on, do all the charity stuff now.
Who let him here?
Oh, for God's sake!
Hi, DTM.
If I've missed anybody's chat, it's coming in so quick it jumps. Oh, excuses, Tez. Shut up.
We're so popular. It's being so popular.
Nick knows what I mean. It's hard, isn't it? Sometimes.
Yeah, I know. You can't concentrate. Yeah, got to be on it. You can just we can just relax.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the driving seat, in it, really.
I know. That's why Shabby's doing it. Shabby's doing it next week. Shabby's doing it next week.
He's doing well.
Yeah. So speaking of lines, I took pictures of them. I'm going to sell my 6-inch stuff. I don't know where to put it, really. I want to stick with one scale in the loose room, and then I don't know where to put it. So it's got to go.
How many have you got, though? You haven't got that many, have you? Or have you?
Well, not really. The thing is, I picked up that Rex for 11 quid. I can't believe that's going for what it is now on eBay. I would have picked up more, but I just never imagined ever, considering we could get it so cheap, that it would be going for that amount of money.
Though. I mean, I did this thing. I mean, I saw the prices of them, and I just thought, wait, like that. When I just showed that wolf, how much did that go up to about 2-3 months ago, Matt? It was like $80, wasn't it? And I was like,
it's something crazy. Yeah.
And now it's gone back down again. It's just, the figures have only been out recent. I just don't understand it. You know what I mean?
Just like the Garmarian Guard and the...
and I found them all at the normal price, at proper retail price, eventually. So,
yeah. So it might be worth just selling that now. Rex is the kind of person who'd come back, isn't he?
Yeah,
in the whatever they call that archive line.
With 6-inch, though, Nick, because it's like when I first saw him, I was always a 3/4 inch. There was no way. I thought this novelty won't last at all.
Yeah.
And I bought 1 or 2 of them, and I thought, I like this, and obviously it turned into this behind me. But you never tempted I
really do like it. They're amazing, but I just think that because now I've moved into this place and I've got all the 3 3/4 inch out now or whatever.
Yeah.
And I did try having a few of them in there as well. I just don't know what it is about it. I don't like seeing the mixing. I just got to be just once because I've got the vehicles as well. It's just weird having randomly bigger figures in there. And I need the space, all the space in there for the extensive 3 3/4 inch collection.
You've got the vehicles and the figures out on display. That we just Black Series just figures. It is a bit
But man, Shabby, they are amazing figures. Like I've got the snow speeder with Luke and Dak in there, and I'll keep that. I won't sell that. I'll have that.
But I was like, I was like you and Tim. I was like, as soon as the vintage collection came out when it first, I was buying them all the time. I mean, constantly looking for them, finding. At the time as well, it was a lot easier because I remember going to Asda, going to B&M's, and there they all were. So the minute you saw them, you could find them. Now it's a bit different. But I bought the Han Solo Ollies last week, the Bespin one, and I bought the Leia, the Island Leia. And it's brought it all back, vintage. I suppose because I haven't bought one for such a long time. It's like the car backs. I don't care what Black Series does. The vintage collection car back is the car backs in it. It really is. Just
car backs always win, won't they? They always will.
They do, yeah. Hi, DCB.
DCB.
Like my first reaction when the 6-inch line arrived, I thought, well, why would I want to put my hand in my pocket for it? I'd have to buy everything again in another. And some people haven't they? They've got 3 3/4 inch and then they've done it all again. But I just think they are taking your money, but they are great figures, yes. But it's just like you're having to rebuy, and it's also holding back, the progress of this scale.
I pick and choose now. I pick a bit of both, so I can spread it out a bit. So
I pick and choose the vintage now. I've got a selection of them up there that I've picked. During the past 2 or 3 years, do you know what I mean? The ones that I like, the exclusive ones, but you are right. It's funny how you know what I mean, because I thought there's no way I'd buy them. There's not, and then I loved them.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I had a few in my Detolf, but I put my helmets in that, and they look great. But you see, like you just said, I picked and chose, and I thought I'd just stick to my very favorite characters for 6-inch, and then I'd have them in like one nice little cabinet. But actually, I need that cabinet for the helmets or whatever, so I've got nowhere to put them.
I've got to admit, I can't. I'm one of those Black Series collectors that I don't think this one's better than the other one. You look at some of the vintage collection now, and you're like, fucking hell, look at that! Look how good that looks. Unbelievable.
It's good to see the quality back with that.
Oh man, it really is back. Yeah.
Because there was like talk of them maybe trying to kill it off because they had that 5 POA period in 2013, and the quality had really gone down. of the figures. They cut the articulation down and really bad
Did you
paint
see the Ravonna
application.
when they got rid of the Rise of Skywalker? They didn't bring a toy line out for that. Did you start thinking, being a 3Z4 inch, so hang on a minute, this is the way it's going to go now?
No, I just knew that was consequence of the movies, you know.
Right.
You know, that they were just obviously holding back, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, because they did that, and then vintage collection at the time, there wasn't that many coming out, was there, a year? Because I remember Boss starting all the bring back the vintage collection and that kind of thing. So were you not like, oh, hang on a minute, they're not going to get rid of this?
Well, I can't remember exactly what sort of period of time. There was the talk of the fact that they were going to just go with get rid of the movie line and go with, Tim will probably remember, but I thought that was around about the time Rise of Skywalker was out. Anyway, it didn't seem like long ago, that.
No, it wasn't. No, what was like Christmas year before, wasn't it?
Because I remember Mike was doing videos on it and saying, oh, I'm going to really miss it. And to be honest, there were some great figures in that. The 5 POA, 7 POA solo line was great. Lovely figures in the Force Awakens line. Beautifully sculpted and painted.
Yeah. It was weird, that movie line, wasn't there? I mean, that's all we've ever known, us lads. Do you know what I mean? It's it's baffling.
Yeah, it was gutted when they didn't do a Rise of Skywalker line for 5 POA. I know a lot of people don't like them, but just
I mean, because the movie was. But I mean, I still bought the figures. Do you know what I mean?
You get yourself a Lando when even an old man Wedge and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many like people.
I would have loved that Ren, with that helmet. That would have been awesome.
With all the crap.
That's one figure I would have liked.
Yeah.
A new Emperor as well, that would have been nice.
And that is the one thing I liked about that. The colour, the lighting and everything was so beautiful and the settings were great. And that's about as far as I can go as far as what I liked about it. But
you are right. No, I agree with you. I mean, I think everybody knows my things on the two latest movies, but the characters and the costumes and can't take that away. I mean, they look even that Zori Bliss. I mean, she was not, but the actual outfit she had on was awesome. Yeah, I mean, that big gold mask and the visor and
that'd be ace in the 3.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's a great one. I mean, I'm just getting the Black Series, which I see it all. Want that one, but
that's the latest thing, isn't it? The Rise of Skywalker have been popping up in TK Maxx this week, haven't they? Everyone's been going a bit mad. And they're like $7.99, and I think Zori Bliss, Rey, Luke Skywalker, Poe.
Oh, you have to get
talk of the 4-hour JJ cut as well at the minute, isn't it? So it's interesting.
Oh, this week I've had to rescue some of my son's figures, like the Shock Trooper. He's going through his collection and painting them. I'm like, oh, but like, but on the same foot, you can't really say, "Oh, don't do that." But like, I mean, what do you think?
Is that the one Tez that's got the bad waist? It's got like no waist articulation.
No, that's the one that has.
Oh, it has it, right? Okay.
Yeah. But he's gone. Oh, Dad, look, he's painting all his clone troopers, and I'm like, oh, that's really nice. Stop that.
Oh, we all did that though, didn't we? We all did that as kids.
Stop that. And I'm like, it's Warhammer paint, so I'm like, oh, come on.
Talking about paints, I saw this thing on Twitter today where someone had painted Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull and done them all up. And I was thinking, because my She-Ra castle that I found has no paint on it, I wonder if I can get Jen to do it. Would you do that, or would you leave it? It's an 84.
I'll get Jen to paint it out.
So we get her to do it all up and make it look. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to sell it.
Did originally get the pink and the gold on it. Yeah, go on.
I had a Castle Grayskull back in the day. I'll never forget that. That was awesome.
That Penny's Pinches, that shop I did round the corner, lads. They've got one in a box and they're selling it this weekend. So
wow, what an original!
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Wow, what's that? What do you expect for that? Never looked at the market for that.
She hasn't put the price up because I think she's going to do like an auction kind of thing when you get there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's immaculate. Wow. The box is open, so she's taking it out. But even the box is, I don't know, $250, something like that. It's a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
Adult collectors only 20% of the market. Is that right? Wow, I would have thought it'd be a lot more than that.
I thought it'd be a lot more, yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Thing is, I have to admit, Tim, it's, we talk a lot about kids not being involved in toys and all that sort of stuff, but I'll give you an example. I'll put Star Wars on right now, and our Lucy and our Kobe, my two youngest, say, we'll watch it. And if they turn around to me and go, "Oh, Shabby, look at them, they're absolutely fantastic. Can we go and buy some?" So I get in my car and take my kid to the toy shop. They're not there. So I think that's why kids aren't getting into them, because they're not finding them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like for us, like, we're collectors, so going online and pre-ordering, and it's not as if we need it right there and then. We're in no issue with that. But for kids to go into a toy store like Target and Walmart and so forth over here and not see them, the novelty will wear off after a while. I mean, the nicest thing is my two little ones are into Godzilla and King Kong. They love that. But it's great going into the shop and seeing a rack of them for only a tenner and they're buying them. So I think that's what it is to me. That's why kids aren't buying it, getting into it, because they can't find them.
That's what Tim said. You always remember the figures that kind of, you got with your auntie takes you shopping and you get like a figure.
There's always a story with it. I remember my dad saying online pre-ordering it. Oh, it was fantastic. It's not one of the same thing, is it?
Yeah, that's very true.
25th figure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You got them, didn't you, Matt? Those 5 POA packs. You bought a couple of them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have bought, and one of them, Matt, one of them had the Emperor in, the Emperor's Royal Guard in, because I really want another one of them. You know, the one that was the 5 POA one. Well, it was kind of like beautifully. It was hard goods or whatever.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Was that the
one with in the pack in the long pack? Yeah.
Well, no, it came with the Emperor.
Oh, God.
And Luke in a pack. But if they re-released that in like the Sith pack or something, I would have probably bought one of them by now.
Yeah,
I don't know where to find another one of them.
But I like your shelves the way you do. You don't just stick with vintage collection, do you? You put all different aspects of Star Wars figures in yours. Do you know what I mean? I like that. I think it's a good way to do it.
I was going to say, Shabby, I forgot about this. I bought myself a Dooku the other day. Again, I was on Star Action Figures trying to get my order over 50.
I saw it on your video, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to open that. And also, I'm going to open my Dryden Voss, and I want to review that. Because I want to tie it into the vintage collection, we could do with it in that, but they look like amazing figures, and I like Dryden Voss.
Don't forget to put it in your fridge, your Dryden Voss, because
I used to have a Joker figure that when it went cold, I can't remember what line that was, and he went flesh coloured like he did in Batman, when he paints his face from white to flesh. Yeah. You think if you put it in the fridge or on ice, it would go
change colour.
Yeah, it was awesome. I used to have that figure.
Hey, he did Voss do well on the Hasbro panel. I thought he did awesome. I thought he asked some really good questions.
He did ask a good question. He did.
He
did, Tim. Very serious.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big leagues.
I just skimmed Tim's question.
Yeah, he just skimmed everyone else and just watched Tim.
It was good. It was. I thought I'd watch it because Tim's on it, but I actually liked. I thought some people had some good questions, so it was all right.
Oh, it's very clever. Yeah.
Can we just say happy birthday to Chris at 1,000 goals as well? Happy 50th, my friend.
Oh, happy birthday.
Many happy returns.
Hope you got some good toys, isn't it?
Mike was on that panel as well, wasn't it? Oh no, that was just a thumbnail. That was just I was on that as well. It's me.
I saw you on it, no.
He's the clickbait king, isn't he?
We do. Yeah.
You never asked permission to use my image, yeah?
Call my lawyers.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Big 5-0.
Yeah.
Right. So shall I get?
Oh, let's get the next guest on.
First of all, with our next guest, which name is he going to use? Because we've heard about 12, haven't we, so far?
I know. I never knew. Seamoles.
Yeah.
Man in the hat. It's the man in the hat, isn't it?
It was. I never knew that he was. He's been on the streams for ages, and I've I just didn't put the two together.
And if it was yesterday, it was seen moles.
Seen moles, yeah. Here he is. He's looking out. Hey.
We didn't forget you.
Yeah.
I nodded off. It's all right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Everything's going on. I could have oh my god, it's 10 to 10. We haven't got next guest on. Oh,
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it so far.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Brilliant.
That's good.
It's so, to be honest.
How many names have you actually had?
Just two. Just two. I was Seamoles, obviously, on YouTube, but on Instagram, I was Smugglers Canyon. And it's funny because I was actually talking to Nick on Instagram as Smugglers Canyon for quite a while, number of years now. Sort of,
I remember that too, and then you had to tell me you were C mold.
But yeah, and then switched over and yeah, finally sorted a YouTube channel out and synced the names, so lost the mystery.
I will say you're doing very well with that YouTube channel, son. I am enjoying it. I mean, I don't collect, so I find it interesting to see what you have, and do you know what I mean? Like Dino Riders and stuff like that. You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Hair stuff is like the bucket hair stuff is great.
I always think Dino Riders was a 90s thing, but it was 80s.
I don't remember getting them. I don't remember seeing them. Anything about Dino Riders.
Well, they reused the sculpts quite a few times. So, like, you had Dino Riders, and then the Smithsonian re-released the dinosaurs on their own because they were that accurate that they were considered like an educational toy. And then you had Cadillacs and dinosaurs or something.
Oh, that was the arcade. The arcade game. That was an arcade game, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Right, but they re-released the toys.
That was a cartoon. Oh my god, it makes
all right, into a different name. All right.
Yeah. So they used the same toy like 3 different times, but I mean that's not unheard of, is it?
No. I love that though. They use it all differently. So
yeah, but Eb, I had to save this. He's talking about paint. I had to. He was gonna paint this.
Oh well, looks good.
I'm like, no,
yeah, it does.
No, don't pay. You know,
I want that.
Do you want that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Well, I bought when he was about. I started buying him stuff when he was like 4 or 5, and like, I got this for about 10 quid. I got loads of other things of it, and he's because I'm doing this now. He's suddenly rediscovered it, and then he's like, I want to paint it, and I'm like, okay.
No,
what do you say? What do you say? But yeah, he could get a job in ILM, couldn't he? Doing that, you never know.
Have you ever made a diorama? Have you ever made one?
I used to when I was a kid. Paper mache, and I had a paper mache Endor set, painted all green, and put sandpaper to make Jabba's palace.
And there must have been a B&Q around your area.
No, but I mean, I remember my mum telling me off because I used the whole roll of like at Christmas when you get the turkey sized foil. I used the entire roll of that to make a Hoff scene. It looked great though.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I used to make dioramas, and I used to get a Lego and make dioramas for my action force and make like abandoned buildings and blown up, and get a tank to like drive over it and stuff. Yes, remember that. Good idea with Lego.
I know. Look at these two, Gav. I tell you, it's like the A-team, isn't it? Brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but I've got my vintage collection hover tank just there, and I set up all my 5 POA stormtroopers to surround it in a bit of a diorama.
Let's
you see it just there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I wouldn't have known. Like you can see all the others, like it's all just sort of set up. Whereas that one specifically, I sort of set up this little diorama a little bit like Nick does, and it does bring a little element like of life to the collection. You know, it's really cool to sort of to sit and look at it. You can get a bit immersed in it if that makes sense. I mean, very geeky, but.
How many snowtroopers you got there in the background? You've got a bit of an army build there, haven't you? So
yeah. Well, I used to say that I army built snowtroopers, and then I saw Anthony at Imperial Communicator, and I thought, I'm no army builder.
That's just ridiculous, isn't it? How many he's got? Yeah. It's just crazy. When he poured them all over as well, you're like, what? Fantastic.
Yeah. It's mind blowing. But yeah, going back to what you guys were sort of mentioning just previously, it's been a pretty awesome week for me because I've been watching you guys for sort of well over a year, and finally sort of I'm here sort of chatting with you. And then years ago, I think it was years ago, Nick and Usual Mike were on the Wretched Hive together. And I remember sitting and listening to that, and it was quite long. It was sort of nearly 2 hours, wasn't it, Nick? Like an hour and a half or something?
I don't know if it was that long, man. It might have only been I don't know, about an hour, half an hour, maybe.
I think it was
question,
but it was before you'd started filming yourself. I think it was like audio recording. And I sort of sat.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what, man? That took a lot
just
longer to produce that than, say, doing a quick live stream like this. Because I literally, I think everything he said, I'd like match up with the appropriate image and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
To do.
But I sat with that to my side whilst I was doing something else. And I think I commented on that video. It was like sitting down the pub with a couple of mates. Like it felt like I was joining in, and now I'm sat talking to you. And then at the weekend, I don't know how it made you guys feel, but when I saw Bosk's video and he was on that panel talking directly to Hasbro, I was like, "We've made it, lads."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There he is.
Yeah. Well done, Tim.
I couldn't dream more. That one of your mates supporting you all. Like, there he is. I know exactly what you mean by that. Yeah. I know exactly.
It was awesome.
It's funny. I got that talking to usual Mike. I mean, and Mike Cass as well. I don't know whether you know Mike Cass, lads, but I've been a big fan of Mike Cass for years. Like Only One and Tim, and I've never done this before, apart from the past year. I used to just sit at home and at my workspace, and I'd have the YouTube on, you know, and I'd listen. That's why I never commented. I always liked him, but never commented because I was always working, listening to him. But then I know what you mean. After a while, and you get to meet him, and you're on streams, and you're like, "Oh, this is so weird."
Yeah.
I used to badger you, didn't I? Oh, Shabby, make a video because you did
for
me.
Yeah, the like on the chat did. Oh, Shabby, got to make one. Now I can't get bloody off it.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, Christian. Oh, sorry. That was only half an hour, that video. With
sorry, mate.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Was it?
I love that. Maybe you've heard it.
Yeah.
So what you meant, Nick, was Jesus. That felt like bloody 2 hours. You know?
Yeah. That's just bloody rudeness. That was awesome. That was great.
Christian calling in, slagging you off, Nick. I don't know, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was good.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh god.
Do you want me to show you some of my pickups?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Please do.
So,
there we go.
A few weeks ago, I got Rambo. So this isn't a new pickup.
Oh, you got all the
But Dave at Vintage Toy Rush, who's in the chat, very kindly supplied me with some of the accessories. Oh, there he is, incidentally.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
And fortunately, today...
Oh, you got the gun. You got the knife.
Got the knife. So yeah,
a placeholder, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
It's like the old Republic Trooper's got one of them as well, hasn't he? He's got like a proper machete thing on it.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah. And then...
Did you find out what the gun was called? Is it what was
M60, isn't it?
M60. Yeah, in Vietnam.
No.
M6.
Oh, that's one of my neighbours. They probably got one.
Yeah, sure, Shabby. You can borrow my M16.
Then this guy rocked up.
Right.
I'm actually really impressed with the figure on this, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's good.
Out of the wave, this was the one I was least excited about, if I'm totally truthful. But actually, now that I've got it in hand, quite happy.
Yeah.
This guy rocked up.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm well impressed with the size of it. I mean, it's so impressive. And I've actually got another one of this one turning up because I have fortunately, or hopefully, got the Razor Crest coming, and I don't fancy opening the card back that comes with that.
That comes with it, yeah.
Right.
And then also, if anybody saw my pickup video that dropped yesterday, I've sort of fallen down a major rabbit hole with vintage G.I. Joe. So he turned up along with quite a few others. And then last night I opened the parcel and this rocked up.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Honestly, I don't know what's happened to me. G.I. Joe doesn't mean that much.
It does now.
But I mean, this thing is amazing. It really is.
What the action figures in that?
Well, the wings turn this way. This is where it snaps live on TV, and I cry.
It's all right, Dave.
So yeah. So I don't know if you can see that, but the wings go this way so that it can raise, and then and then like the canopy on the top rotates round. The little mini gun on the bottom, you can spin that.
Oh,
pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Obviously, all this opens, which is amazing. There's probably some other things that I haven't figured out. But it has got a little bit of damage. It's only got one wheel. I don't know if you can use. Yeah, it's only got one wheel.
Oh, it snapped off.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, and it hasn't got the front wheel, but it has got most of the bombs. I've got those in a box just down here. I think it's missing 2, and it's also got like these like interchangeable panels, so you can have it so it's battle damaged, or you can flick it out and you can put a clean one in, so it's not battle damaged. And that's awesome.
Oh wow!
Great.
Very honestly, but
yeah, send it to Vintage Dave. You'll have it fixed up in a couple of hours.
So make a video of it swearing, no problem.
Oh yeah, he's swearing. It's got its strings in it.
He's probably got some spare wheels somewhere.
I bet Christian's too young to remember the Curiosity Killed the Cat. Sorry.
I know the saying "Curiosity killed the cat."
Got your name and your number. There we go.
Yeah, the A10.
Yeah,
Tank Buster.
Oh,
or at least
I always said it. If I grew up in the States, G.I. Joe. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? What an amazing toy line.
Yeah.
Well, this is it, Shabby. I don't have any connection to this toy line. It's just I saw it. I saw it a few weeks ago, actually. And funnily enough, I was talking to Luke, Reynolds Reviews, and it was as if by magic, he turned around and he was like, "Oh, I've just managed to get hold of a load of vintage G.I. Joe. Are you interested?" And I was like, yes, I am.
I remember having it. I remember Action Force in our, but I just don't remember G.I. Joe. I remember Action Force, obviously, but when it turned into G.I. Joe, I was like, but you watch, like, you see Scuba's collection of it, or you watch a Michael Mercy video, and that G.I. Joe line, it's just, it's sickening how good. I mean, that big defiant and the USS Flag and the Terrordrome and
flag,
like, it's just how, you know, it's when toys were toys, weren't they? Do you imagine?
It was always something as a kid that I had. Well, I didn't have any because all my neighbours had them. I was just like tunnel vision, Star Wars, and Transformers. It was always like I can go across to my mate's house and take some of my figures and mix them up with the Action Force. But yeah, I know but as you say,
might make the same as yours. Says all Star Wars and Transformers. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But never.
But it's like look at the articulation on it. Like this toy is, you know, it's early 80s.
That's
so
awesome. Look at that.
It's
just like, you know, like this would make you happy, wouldn't it, Nick?
Unfortunately,
super articulated.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I was thinking earlier, you were talking about He-Man. I always remember those figures that you could pull the, you know, inside they have that elasticy kind of rubbery thing, and I always used to pull the limbs out, you know, and just let them.
Back again, like an old ring.
I think they were fighting. I don't know what. Yeah.
They have a fight, Matt.
Yeah, that's my little Cobra guy.
Yeah.
I say Crimson
the waist
Guard.
Crimson Guard.
Do the waist, could you?
On the screen, there we go.
Push his face.
Oh, it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, I love all the Cobra ones. Like, yeah.
I'm not getting the flag, honestly. I'd have to live on it.
Yeah, you'd have to live on it. This is one of my favourites. This deal is brilliant.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's got all his bits.
I was trying to.
It's quality.
Where's
I'm not going rummaging now.
Yeah, you got all the.
I'll have to. Is it in here?
Yeah. Well, my favourite figure is, of course, Bat. This is the android.
Bat, yeah.
Yeah, he's got all his bits.
You've got all the accessories as well, haven't you, Matt?
Yeah, I've got
is it easy to find?
So he's supposed to be getting released in the classified, isn't he, soon? So
barbecue, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the first ones I remember getting, I think. So, of course, so.
Are they easy to find, Matt? G.I. Joe in England?
Not with all the bits, though. So, this is probably.
I don't know where it is.
It's probably.
Sorry,
that's a really good. I just love all the Cobra, all the baddie ones. So they always did good ones.
That's amazing, that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm talking about, say, vehicles. I've got.
Oh, look at that! That's so.
Wow!
I remember having that.
Yeah. He still works. I think he does.
Oh man, that is sweet.
That is
He'll still
awesome.
work.
Am I right in saying that a lot of American fans are quite sort of envious of Action Force because the repaints were?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to cause a problem here, but when the repaints better,
I got that's issue 2 of
Issue
Action
2.
Force, but it's like the best picture. Got the eel and it's got snake on it, snake eyes. And,
amazing!
Yeah. So I've got it in a frame. So it's just a cool image.
Yeah.
What a lot of collectors over here look for, Christian, is you'll have the same vehicle in Action Force and they'll look for that because it hasn't got any of the G.I. Joe tags on. It's got Action Force tags on. Do you see what I mean? So it's very sought after Action Force over here.
Yeah.
Coral
the bike as well. Have a look. Whee.
Yeah. There's a picture of me, and I've got to try and dig it out. As me as a child with blonde hair when I actually had hair.
Blonde hair,
holding this in a box, going. Oh. So I've got to find a picture and do like me now and me.
It's safe when you find those pictures when you've got some toys in your hand as a kid, and it's just like
I've got to get a crossbow for her though. I'm still missing the old crossbow. So, but otherwise she's.
Wicked. So did you have any Action Force when you were a kid?
No. I had He-Man, then I had Thundercats, definitely. Then I had Turtles after that. I remember before, like around about the time of He-Man and Thundercats, I remember Mask being around, but I never had any of that. I remember going like you go to someone's house and you sort of see their stuff, but I never. I think I might have actually been given one Mask figure, but I never got into that.
Yeah, it's something sort of missed. I secretly got into Turtles when I was a bit older.
Yeah, I got into that. They were hard to find. I remember, my mum's searching high and dry for, Turtles figures. They were hard.
They were really sought after, weren't they, when we were kids? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
She was going to Woolworths and stuff, and she was talking to the staff there. When can we get these figures?
What's a Turtle? Yeah, because I think it was like 88. Because I was a bit sort of. I think I was sort of out of toys by then, but because I remember reading the original Turtle comics. And I think with the ultraviolet ones, ones, and it was something that I was like, I'll sneak some in. So, it's funny, isn't it?
I just remember Peter, they made the diorama. You can make a shoebox and you can make like a turtle suit.
Good with those shows. I know. What did he make? They made Tracy Island. I'll always remember that.
Yeah.
Remember, they went mental, didn't it, for that one?
Yeah.
And then that kind of got wrestling. I just remember even before I'd even watched any wrestling, it was the figures. To be honest, it was seeing Hulk Hogan on the pegs, and I think it's maybe the name Hulk Hogan. You think of the Incredible Hulk.
I always remember the Ultimate Warrior. Is it Ultimate Warrior? That was sort of the one, wasn't it? So
So I got all that. I was well into the wrestling, the Hasbro 4-inch, whatever it is, 4.5.
What was the two guys with the horns or the spikes?
LOD, and there was Demolition figures. I remember them and Jake. I used to have a lot of them.
Yeah,
love them.
Yeah. Tony's Toys. He did that. Yeah, loads of ripping people off, didn't he?
Toy Tony.
Yeah. Counterfeit stuff. He was on Matt Allwright did the thingy on him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's Yeah.
I thought that was just called Star Wars. Or was that what the wrestling stuff got?
I think it was the Action Force as well.
That's right.
Yeah, the Action Force. All right.
Yeah, you probably got if you've got me on this Star Wars, I'll move on to Action Force next.
I thought it was just Star Wars. But
going back to Mask, I always wonder why I never got that. And it's probably a parental thing. I would have only been about 6 or 7 or something. And they probably just said, you're not having it. You've got all this other stuff. We're not getting that as well. It would have been that, wouldn't it?
My mum was the same. You sort of you probably wanted, I wanted He-Man and stuff, but it was like, I always thought, well, I could ask, but I know.
See, I was quite lucky because my mum had 4 boys, and so me and our side, the oldest, and 2 younger ones. So as we were getting older, we're coming out and stuff. They're getting into it. So I always remember these toys in my house, regardless of whether I had them or not. One of my brothers did. Do you see what I mean? So wrestling figures, Jamie loved them, so we had them. Turtles, Rick loved them, and he had loads of them. So I always remember him as a kid. Just they weren't mine.
Chew boxes, cardboard chew boxes,
Yeah.
You make anything out of them.
Just to make your own.
Toilet rolls.
Polystyrene just used to anything polystyrene just used to I used to paint it yellow, strangely enough. Make Star Wars, yellow. There you go. That's where it comes from.
Oh, brilliant.
Just whilst I was backstage, I overheard you talking about the Emperor's Royal Guard that came out. He was actually released on these solo card backs as well. Single.
Yeah, I thought I'd said that as well. He was individually, but even that was quite hard to find.
Yeah.
Or did you see that? Did you see any of them in the UK on pegs? I saw Luke and a few others. I saw loads of
the Entertainer got quite a lot of them in, obviously, when they had that whole pile sort of turn up. But I mean, the solo line, because I'm an advocate for the movie line. It's quite funny because that's the one,
But I think it was because the yellow, because it was by the solo by them.
Yeah, because it was the solo. It was on that card back. Because historically I'd messaged you probably or commented as C Moles, and I was always sort of like defending the 5POA line, and you'd always be like, I'm not having a go at the 5POA line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
oh man,
when they cancelled it, I was gutted.
It's so much better than it was when it was around that period. I remember Victoria's Cantina did a video on this, and she was always like making out it was some kind of conspiracy that they're trying to make those figures look incredibly shit.
It's where they come from, honest. They call it like the standard line and more.
And then they were going all out with 6-inch, and then that was what they were offering for that. So everyone's just not going to want to buy it in the end, and then they'll go off with the other scale.
Yeah, I mean, like that figure. I mean, that's got to be one of the. Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
I've got an Admiral Radis I've never opened, but do you know what? I'd love to open it, but I've seen how much he goes for now, so I don't want to open him anymore.
Out of that Rogue One line, the only one I'm missing is Admiral Radis. It's the only one.
Yeah, the short. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
But then again, I've got that one as well. I got that from Forbidden Planet.
Oh, I haven't got that one.
I should have got another bloody set, man. There was loads of them on the pegs.
Radis is an amazing thing.
Yeah, Radis is good. Yeah,
really if they could bring him out again and super articulate him.
Yeah, vintage collection. Maybe they will when the Rogue One stuff comes.
See, I did like Rogue One. It really did float my boat, you know. My Star Wars boat.
It's amazing.
Someone had this on eBay for like 150 quid the other day.
What? But I don't like that figure. I think that figure looks.
It's terrible.
I've actually started pulling all mine down because we're moving, and I'm finding loads and loads of boxes like this.
Wow!
I remember, like that sort of look with the R2s.
And then we've got blacked out Ewoks now. He found.
Always likes that one.
Oh
yeah.
Oh man.
Well, do you remember this line as well? I think Christian might have these. This one here with the Rebel. I always like that line. I got
that $6.99 in an Entertainer. That I think.
I remember because it was the first time you saw like the Rebels, you know, Hera and Kane and I bought all the ships that went with it too. But I also like the double packs. Do you remember the double packs?
Yeah, some of them were good.
Yeah, you got the Jedi Temple Guide, haven't you? Which
Jedi Temple Guide's in here somewhere. But like, I mean, the clothes were good.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. Didn't know that one existed. That.
Yeah. So I went crazy and bought all these.
Didn't know about that one.
That was the first time you got him.
Oh yeah.
And then he was released on the Force Awakens.
What's that called, Shabby? That green one. What's he called? What's
that green one, my friend?
Yeah. Just show again.
Green. Called Commander Green.
Is it?
Yeah. Which is completely to the Black Series one.
That's awesome.
They're cracking, aren't they? And then obviously you went into these and got all them ones. But there's about, honestly, lads, I found about 12 boxes like this upstairs.
Do you know what? They made the best ever 8080 driver in that line that you have there, Shabby. You know that Rebels line? Oh my God. Oh yeah, that is unbelievably good. That
chunky, really chunky.
It's the best ever. That's got to be what if they ever super articulated him, put him in the vintage collection. I hope to God they use that one. They better
the loot. You know, it was funny that because when this line came out, I thought it was strictly staying on Rebels, but then when they started doing all the old school ones as well,
that one doesn't look so good.
Same with Christian. I've always been a big fan of 5POA. I've always liked it. Like they made him really chunky as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the what? Is that the one from Rebels? Is that the animated kind of one?
Yeah.
If
you can see it, sorry, my camera's a bit dodgy, lads.
Yeah.
I've got the Stormtrooper one for the kind of animated look.
And then
because it says it across the top, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you've got Star Wars.
Yeah. So you know, I've got it. Like I said, I always like that one as well. That was a real, and I'm sure this is the one that's when I watched your video, Nick. You showed it with Big Starlighter. Was it that one you showed?
Oh no, it wasn't. But I wished I had that one. The one I showed was from, I think it was that line of flashback line or something like that. And he had. I don't. If BOE's there, he'll probably.
That when Treadwell was in it as well. Was it Treadwell?
Oh my god, that's probably. How much is that
What's
worth now?
Yeah, mint. Look at it.
Let's go for a couple hundred that now, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's just thrown in a box. Welcome to Shabby.
Oh yeah, you can fill your pool if you sell all them. You can fill your pool.
It's got. I don't think I can. To be honest, I can't.
No,
I've done a couple of trades to people, and this and that, but it's. I don't know how you lot feel. To me, they mean more. It's just I didn't buy them to sell. I didn't buy them to. Do you know what I mean? It's hard, isn't it? And then if you sell it, you've got to be like, oh, bollocks, what did we do that for? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, seller's remorse.
Yeah, I think I'll have it for 8. It's like I bought these figures when they were new, so you go back, don't you? It's memories and where you were and where you bought them from and what you were doing.
That's why when I was a kid, I went out my way to keep. I've got a big tin of vintage card backs.
Yeah.
I haven't bought them on eBay. I've had them since it was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and I always knew if I put them away. And I remember my mum chucking some out, and I was like, "Oh my god, you chucked all my Star Wars and Empire ones out." And it was like I was about 17. I was like, "What have you done that for?" Oh, there's another box. You've got plenty in the attic, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But you just knew it, and I knew at that early age. It was just like everything I get, it's a keeper sort of thing.
You were lucky, like I said. My mum never threw anything out. She'd keep it in the garage, she'd keep it in the loft. So, I was cleaning out the loft and found loads of WWF figures up there. Remember the old football figures that were on a stand? Tony Cotton, Tony Adams. Do you remember them?
They had like an articulation on them, didn't they?
An articulation, just like the leg would move or whatever, but they were on a green
I used
stand.
to love them.
With the football attack. There was Maradona, there was Tony. But that's the thing, it's funny you don't think about them till you find them and you're like, whoa, look at all them, loads of muscle men.
Pat Nevin, you'll like that one, Shabby. I had Pat Nevin and Steve Nicol. And then I'm sure my mate he was lying across the ground. It was Neville Southall.
Big Nev. I love Big Nev. Big Nev, yeah. I'm missing, this is the twice I've done a live stream now. Everton played Brighton on Monday. They're playing Tottenham right now. And here I am with you boys instead.
Sorry,
look at that dedication.
What was the score with Everton the other day? I didn't check.
0-0. Shocking.
Oh well, didn't have to watch it then, did you?
No, you didn't miss it. That is rad.
Yeah, it is. I'm one of those. It's always. I don't know how you lads feel, but it's like the Ahsoka figure I've got. I showed it online, and I don't buy stuff assuming it's going to be worth a fortune. I buy it because I like it. Do you know what I mean? It's nice that some of these toys make money and they have a good investment in it, but that's why I just throw them in boxes and stuff like that. I think if I get too anal about it, it'll be a bit.
Chris remembers when he says Auntie B, it's me mum, Auntie Barbara chucked all my stuff out. I did sulk for months. Yeah. But then again, I got all these babies back, didn't I? On my Transformer boxes. So
yeah, those are
I mean, minty. So I reckon Chris has nicked them all.
Nostalgia is evil.
You see, that's the thing, and I'm sorry about that, Ed, but that's the thing. That there's always memories attached to stuff. I think that's why we collect. I mean, I've always said it, lads. You've heard me say it before. To me, it's like music. You remember where you were. You remember who you were with. That kind of thing.
It's like I think it's like a good album, isn't it? It's like a classic album, isn't it? Timeless.
Simon Richardson.
Good old Simon. Handsome though, that avatar, isn't it?
Yeah, looks just like you.
Well, nice, Dave. That's awesome. That Legacy Falcon is something. I'll never forget that. Talking about that. Him leaving it outside your house, Nick.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, all's well that ends well anyway with that. But I wasn't happy about that at all, really.
No, I'm going to get that video.
All right, Eb, it's all right. You're right.
Could have been there all day, but it's quite funny. There was loads of people commenting on that video. Oh my God, is that your lock? Is that what locks are like in the UK? Like an old front door, but it's like one of those little chub. I was unlocking that and I filmed that for some reason.
Oh,
yeah, I need to get a new front door.
Nick, are you a little bit nervous about? Are you a little bit nervous about the Razor Crest, the delivery of the Razor Crest?
Maybe so. Yeah. I'd like that soon to be home so I could, definitely receive it.
Yeah,
and then be able to review it as soon as.
Yeah.
Are you getting as well, Christian? Are you getting the Razor Crest too?
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch your videos on it. Cannot.
How
wait.
many are you expecting?
Sorry,
Christian. How many are you expecting? How many did you get?
how many Razor Crests?
Yeah. Just the one? Or
just the one.
Just the one. Okay, maybe it's just
Have you
me use the madman
multiples?
then.
Have you got?
Yeah, because you're going to want one on
card.
card and then loose.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was just to get the numbers up or what, contribute more or what. I have more than one coming. Yeah.
Well, here's a question for you. You have the Legacy Falcon, and then you bought the Galaxy's Edge Falcon, right? But say, for example, you get the Razor Crest, and then 5 years from now they bring it out again, different, but it's the same mold. Would you buy it again like you did with the Falcon?
Well, no, because the reason I got the Galaxy's Edge one was because it was different, wasn't it? A bit with the weathering is what enticed me in.
Yeah, better weathering.
Right.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I didn't know what I was going to do with two of them. I thought maybe I'd have actually one in here. I don't have any figures in here other than the card and stuff. My plan was to maybe in here in the center have one of the Falcons and then the other one in there. But actually, I saw that dude on Facebook who bought those brackets, and that's why mine sit on the wall. Yeah, and I actually quite like that. I mean, I think does Tim have his on a guitar stand? That's another option. That's another possibility. But so I figured out how I can have two. But any more than that would be a bit crazy. But I think I'll only be getting one Razor Crest. I don't think, are they going to bring any more out after this though?
Apparently not. I know there was the rumor. There was the rumor that the barge was going to get that sort of worldwide release, but I think that was just hearsay that sort of escalated, and everybody was talking about it.
I mean, the fact it blew up, everyone moaned. The fact it blew up, and they said, "Oh, I can't believe they've released it even after that." But the fact it's blown up now, that justifies just doing it once, really, doesn't it?
Well, I just bought into that though. That it blew up, so everyone was laughing. It's not a real ship in the first place, so I don't. It's not as if the real one's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Most ships in Star Wars get destroyed or
exactly.
Have about 2 minutes of time.
Yeah, I was always like that when everyone was laughing and joking about that. I was like, well, it's not as if it was a real live ship, but that was a model they blew up. It wasn't.
I know, it still existed. It still existed. So.
Yeah, it's like what Partridge says about the Katana. He says, but people forget about the Titanic, that there were many hours of pleasurable cruising before it hit the iceberg. It's like the Katana would have had many years of going backwards and forwards to the bloody what's it called, Mos Eisley or whatever. Yeah. He had it in the Clone Wars, didn't he?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But also just without being too sort of soppy, the Razor Crest for me is pretty special because Star Wars has always been pretty special to me since I was a kid, obviously, hence collecting and all the rest of it. The Mandalorian is the first media that my missus has happily sat and watched and enjoyed every minute.
Same, yeah.
So
I've got to get my wife to watch it. Yeah, keep saying.
Yeah. So having the Razor Crest and having the child and having the Mandalorian is pretty nice and symbolic of the fact that it's a sort of
exactly what we're talking about.
Family thing, isn't it?
Exactly right. Exactly right. You're not going to get it and go, well, it blew up, so I don't want it anymore. It's fantastic. Look at it.
Oh, it's a great ship. It's really nice design.
Yeah. Daft,
you can sit around it together, Christian, and sort of reenact it. So you've got that.
Yeah.
Who's going to play Mandalorian? Who's going to be Baby Yoda?
I don't think she'd go that far.
Did you like it though, Christian? Did your missus like it?
Oh, she loved it. She absolutely loved it. I mean, I've got to be honest. She mainly loved it for for but she enjoyed the overall thing.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit. I don't know what the right word is. I was a little bit cautious at first. When we first saw the child, I was really nervous because I felt that the Mandalorian could have been strong enough at the time when I first saw it, that first episode, and you first get the reveal. I thought, we don't need this gimmick. We don't need it. The Mandalorian will be great without it. And then I watched the second episode and I was like, I love this child as much as the missus does. I can't imagine it without it.
Good pairing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now I'm in a position whereby I'm like, I don't want to watch The Mandalorian without the child in it. No, bring him back, Luke.
Yeah.
Do you think with the Razor Crest, there's people who talk about it could have been like a good thing to be back metalized, but do you think that would make it too shiny?
Yeah,
I think it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think they've done a good job. I think they've done all right. I mean, it's like the Mandalorian helmet, that Black Series one. That's not vacked and that's awesome.
I can't wait to get that.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I think there's
the royal ship or whatever. That would be good vac metalized if they could do it in that amount. You know, that's a big ship, obviously. But that would
have made sense.
But unlike the Razor Crest, that would make sense because that's supposed to be brand new. It's supposed to be like the Ferrari of the galaxy, isn't it? Basically.
Oh yeah,
so,
amazing
Matt's
ship.
got it. Matt's got that ship.
I got them.
Have you?
Yeah, I got it in loft boxed. Yeah.
Don't.
Oh yeah, silver. Yeah.
Matt, I missed an opportunity to get that for 110 or something, but that's ever since then it's just gone crazy on eBay since. I'll never get it.
I think I got it I think it was £100 I got it, and that was probably 5-6 years ago. So,
okay.
Yeah.
But I worry about the batteries inside.
Batteries. Yeah, there are batteries inside.
I think they're all crusty.
Yeah, you're right. It blew up. Yeah.
I have considered taking it out and getting the batteries out and then just keeping it.
They're over 20 years old now. It's like, what state are they in?
They've got to be, they've got to be corroded, haven't they?
I always say that, Eb. I think they would have sold a lot more if they would have put it in retail stores or made it for everybody. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll admit, I've got 4 kids, so a $400 price tag just put me on straight away. Do you know what I mean?
I just think they could have released a cheaper, basic one for kids and us collectors. Something a bit more basic, maybe. You did it with Ray Speedy. You got it in the Black Series, and you got it in 3 in the 5 POA. They can do it. They do it with TIE fighters. They keep saying it's a big thing. So they keep saying it's going to come out in the mission fleet. If it does, then it will sell out, won't it? So I'll get one probably if it comes out in the mission fleet. So. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when it was all being discussed originally, and Nick, you did a video, didn't you, where you were sort of saying that it wouldn't be the Razor Crest, and then I remember the live stream. You were sort of a little bit dubious when you were discussing it with Bosk whether or not you were happy with it, and I was sort of in completely the same boat. And Chris at Toys of the Jedi, he was sort of saying the same thing. He wasn't entirely sure if he was sold on it. And it was funny because the whole way along, Boss was saying, you're both going to get it. You're both going to get it. And we all knew that you were going to get it.
Yeah.
Was it a thing for you, though? Cause I knew like Nick and Tim would get it. But for you, were you thinking about it first? Or did you just go, no, I want it. I want that.
It was complete. I was definitely not going to get it because of the price tag. I can't justify that sort of price tag for a toy, and then after a while I looked at it. Obviously,
is it November it comes out?
November.
Yeah, apparently back into this year. And I had a chat with the missus about it. And the first time I mentioned the price tag to her, she literally walked out the room. There wasn't a conversation. She walked out the room, and I was like, I'm not going to bring this up again. And then I sort of thought more and more about it, and I was able to sort of raise the money. And I went for it for the reasons I've already sort of gone over. I really wanted to get it, but if I had a choice, I would have rather it had been at retail. But I don't know if it would have sold because now, like,
have you read that?
Oh
dear.
Oh god! See, this is the thing going back to why you need to get on Twitter because you've got characters like Chris on there.
Yeah,
all day.
If you want to work with me, because I don't take anything out of the box, so.
I don't know if I ever said this in a video. I don't mean to shock you all, but I actually thought the price of the Razor Crest was decent versus, say, stuff I paid for. Like the Legacy Falcon cost me over 400. That was in 2017, which is crazy. But I just thought that was the going rate. And then what does seem a rip-off now is that bloody Galaxy's Edge Falcon, because you don't get half of. I mean, you get all those figures with the Razor Crest, you get all those accessories, and it's going to be amazing, just like the barge was. So I thought the price was they could have charged more for, like. I
would assume with the Galaxy's Edge Falcon, they just took theme park prices and put them in shops. Because I think if I went to Disney, I'd expect to pay $400 for that Falcon. They always put stuff at theme parks, But
that's made me sick. That I can't believe I actually did. I mean, obviously, I'm happy with it. It's there. It looks nice, but for what it is, nothing with it. I just feel like they've had me with that. They should have charged that well under what they did.
Is the plastic a bit more thinner on it, or?
I think they molded this. I mean, if they've remolded it or whatever, I don't know the technicalities of it, but they certainly it doesn't fit like the cockpit when you open that on the Legacy one. It's like firm and it slots nicely, but this one's all like wobbly and also, as you know, I have faulty issues as well, and I've had a load of people who've commented on that video and said, "Oh, mine's faulty, this, that, and the other." So it's interesting. Mine's like a little bit of a place people converge to moan about that thing, you know.
Yeah. It's still nice having your collection. It looks awesome. Let's be honest.
It does. But that was $399, I think, for me. I don't know if
but then you've got like Hasbro bringing out the self-transforming Optimus Prime for £700, which is $700, which is probably
sold out.
Sold out, hasn't it? I mean, it wasn't
sold out.
I thought the Razor Crest was going to cost as much as the barge. I really did. I thought it would just maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
It seemed cheap when they announced the price. I was like, oh, wicked. That's doable, you know, because I'm just so used to seeing secondary market prices and such, you know.
It's a normal price.
Yeah. Hey, pal. I'm subscribed to it. You've got a great channel. Nice to see you. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is awesome, man. All these people.
Hey.
This is what you mean, Christian. Having subscribed to Tattoo Toyota and now he's in here talking to us. It's baffling, isn't it? It's so strange.
You watch videos and you're like, this is
I know him. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Time for a song.
Like, you know, I've got the Razor Crest coming, and I'm really, really excited about that, ridiculously. But I'm sort of a little bit frustrated about this whole X-Wing situation, because I'm really pleased that we've finally got I've forgotten his name now. Merrick. We've got Merrick coming. Amazing. And I am a vintage collection fan. I was going to say collector again. But I do cherry pick, and I try to collect all of the Mandalorian, all of Rogue One, and then Troopers. And now I'm going to have to buy that X-Wing just to get the card back.
It's outrageous, isn't it? You got to get it twice. That is, but do you know what? I feel such an idiot as well, because I didn't even twig with that. I was just more excited about the announcement of the fact that we're going to get Merrick. That just went over my head that you're going to have to buy two of him to have him loose.
I mean, the problem is like when I do sort of complain. I mumble to myself, and because the missus isn't interested in hearing me complain about things like this, she couldn't care less. But like I sit there sort of mumbling to myself, like, I've got to get this X-Wing now, and I don't want the X-Wing. I just want the card back.
Yeah,
and the thing is, like, I do understand it. You know, Hasbro are a business. They're going to put that out there. We're all going to get it for that figure, or at least some people are going to get it for that figure. The same with the play sets, you know. And it's like, it's difficult because you sort of understand it from a business model point of view, but you don't necessarily like it.
Not logical. You might get Tungori might have that figure loose. You never know.
Yeah, that's
true.
Yeah.
Now, what is this Tungori? If you don't mind me asking, they're not over here, are they? So, what's Tungori, lads?
He was a bloke on eBay that was selling sort of factory errors, sort of rejects.
They're brilliant.
Loose.
They're brilliant figures.
I've seen it on Nick's videos. Talked about it a few times. I was just wondering how this will start. I thought it was like is it a brand? Is it a company? So it's a guy that's buying.
A guy in. I don't know where is he, Singapore or China, wherever he is.
Something like that. It's out there. Yeah. I always just figured.
Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
I was just going to say I didn't. I mean, I found him originally not from word of mouth. It was just being on eBay and then buying him, and then you just learn the name.
Yeah. So is his prices a lot cheaper or something? Is that what it is?
But when they come, they seem like they've not. Obviously, they're good they're good loose figures, and they smell like they're fresh. You know what I mean?
He must have a connection to the factory or something.
Yeah, I always figured. I always figured that they were seconds, or he's got some ties with Hasbro. They're just like overspill from the factory or something. But I've never had one that's dodgy. And people have said I think it's very rare that you do get like one with two left feet or something like that. But someone did comment on my Bespin layer that it's missing a pattern, for example. So the Bespin gown layer, right? So I wouldn't have known. I don't really care about that either. But just little things like that. Maybe.
Oh, nice.
But it's interesting as well looking at his website, because sometimes he puts figures on there and you're like, oh, why they suddenly got all these? Are they making this figure at the factory?
Exactly, Matt.
And you're like, you get an idea of what's coming out. So
but Grievous is there.
He's got the skiff guide, isn't it? The master skiff guide at the moment. He's got that on there, and I keep thinking of buying one. So
yeah, get one now, Matt, because it says sold out, then they're back on again, then they're sold out. But he's obviously he's got loads of him. He must have, because they're constantly being back on there. Like.
Oh, so a lot of chat know who this guy is then as well. So he must be very popular.
Yeah.
So
I mean, everyone knows about him or her. I keep saying that. We don't know what they.
I bought the tank. I bought the tank commander of him for the tank. So
really, he had the commander.
He had the tank commander. Yeah, well, that was when he was on eBay, and it was
on
not
his
cheap.
eBay.
It was not cheap then. I think it was $17.99 or something. But I just got one. So,
do you think he got kicked off eBay, or did he just wanted to make more money on his website? Obviously, maybe
probably,
potentially.
Definitely making more money.
I wasn't sure if he'd like hit some legal issues, maybe. I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Maybe
it's probably all legit.
I managed to get the solo figure that came with the solo movie line Falcon that they did. They did a big Falcon, didn't they? They did a little one, and then they did a big Falcon. And I managed to get the solo figure that came. I think it was called the Kessel Run solo.
It was just a black shirt one. He had no jacket or something.
Yeah, black shirt.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's an awesome figure.
Yeah, I've got the driver in the place of where the commander is. I'm quite happy with that, but I wished I had that one coming out the top.
Yeah, I just got the 5 POA driver from the
you just need the head.
Same.
You only need the head coming out, don't you?
Yeah, you need the head. So
yeah.
Right, there we go.
So that Gaming Great vintage collection line, I like that card back on that Shadow Trooper. That is a nice card back.
Oh,
you know
they
what I mean?
are nice cards. Yeah, they're great.
Great lineup, to be fair.
I say they picked up
they all look great.
Stormtrooper, haven't they? So it's brilliant. So.
Yeah. But they are the same ones as the Black Series ones, which is funny. They don't really do that. But the Gaming Great ones are exactly the same. So because I've got every one of those Gaming Great ones in the Black Series, and I love them in that. So, but the cards look good. I like the cards.
Yeah, they do look epic. Like the Biker Scout is in particular amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I had a bit of a moan when I talked about them, but obviously in reflection, they're great. Some good stuff there.
I don't think it was a moan, though, Nick, to be honest. I think when you're a collector as much as you are, you know, you have a right to say something that doesn't sound like you're moaning.
It's only because I founded this channel talking about the things in the 96 we're missing, that's all. So I just feel like I'm waiting year by year. It's like, come on, when are they going to do it? You know, give us a low button, an 8080 driver, and Bib Fortuna, and then even like,
Big
people.
It's crazy. No Big
Dooku.
Fortuna.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna.
We had to wait for ages for Dooku in the Black Series line as well. That didn't come out for a while. Do you know what I mean?
When was the last Bib Fortuna release? When was it?
I think I don't. Sorry, Matt. I don't know. Do you know what that was? It the
Got to be the 90s Power of the Force 2 line, hasn't it?
So it's
not come out 5 years away. This line. It was in that, wasn't it? I think maybe.
Yeah. 2013, 2012, was it?
Yeah. Saga.
That's 2006. I think there was one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Paul's got him. Paul's getting him.
Might be wrong about that.
Let's have a look. Oh, it's a big book. I mean, this is.
It's 2006.
Well, it's like his fan
look at that.
It's like his fan vote. Why didn't they just release that as a wave? That would have just made them so much money.
Oh yeah.
It's just stupid. So
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2005.
I don't think we don't really need any more Ahsokas. We've got that clone one, which is better, I think. We don't really need another Ahsoka. So my feeling, just need loads of
it's funny because those ones there on that fan favourite, they get snapped up if you brought all them out. We'd all buy them. Even people that don't collect,
buy the Ahsoka.
Would buy them.
I mean, Tim did ask that question, didn't he? He did actually say, you know, I think it was Tim, or was it Victoria's Cantina?
A lot of people asked the same one,
They said, you know, could you not release this as a wave because it would be the ultimate wave? But I think his response was like Patrick said something along the lines of it would be, yes, it would be good for collectors, but like would the rest of the market be interested? And I think like to a certain extent there's an argument there. But at the same time, the majority of those were either big names or troopers, which do tend to sell really well. So I do think there's justification there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the troopers you've got to buy regardless, though, aren't you? And if you ever went into a shop and found a spare one, you'd buy a spare one. That's always going to be there. You know, they're your main sellers, if you will.
Especially that sculpt.
Exactly right, my friend. So you think they introduce, more of a line?
If they do the week way, I'll probably buy a few of them. So I'll probably buy 3 maybe.
Yeah.
A couple and one to take out, and one just in case. And...
Yeah, the week way is awesome. Yeah, I think that will be my choice, the week way as well.
Yeah,
I've got the
that's going to be
mine.
mine.
So, yeah.
I'm on Tim's team. Yeah, Tim Weekway. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he's doing that.
That's all good. No, they've sold me on that when they discussed the fact that if you back that one, then you're giving a bit more visibility to the background guys,
Yeah.
And it is sending them. It's like a tactical vote, isn't it? So so I understand that.
Yeah.
Well, I apologise. I forgot that gentleman's name, but the guy who give you the percentage of droids and alien creatures that have come out in the vintage, and it's so low. And you're like, Star Wars is built on aliens and creatures.
Miko. Yeah.
John Miko.
I think it was him.
Yeah.
And that was
or it might have been Chris Bantherskull. I don't know. They're all kind of on it on their stats and stuff, aren't they? These fellas.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But I only said about the Starkiller only because I've got a reason to have him loose twice. That's all you see. So
they're trying to get that. They're trying to get the other skiff guard released, aren't they? With the I can't remember his name there. He's got the weird name. He's got the mask going over. He's like a human, isn't he? But he's got.
I know who you mean. I saw that custom, on that Power of the Force card. Yeah, that was good. That. Yeah.
Everybody's chat out.
I always like that figure. Remember that one?
Yeah,
Steve. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bastila. Yeah.
Was that the same one that was in the vintage collection as well?
Yeah, so that's an interesting one. That's the one that was a repack from the vintage collection. So the vintage collection first, then that was second, and then you've got examples when that line was first. The orange line, like say Reese came in that line, but now he's in the vintage collection.
Yeah.
And then the third scenario is characters that are in that orange line that should be in this, like, and could have been in it, like. Oh man, there's tons. I can't think of one now. I'm under pressure.
Came in Jabba's Palace. Is that the one that came in the Jabba's Palace?
Oh yeah, more or less. Yeah, that is.
Wow,
It's like
I'm finding them everywhere. Just boxes and boxes of figures.
It's like a rat bar, isn't it? How many times does he come out and he's coming out again? It's like, oh.
Padme Amidala was in that orange line, and that was one that would be great on an Attack of the Clones card. And really, it should have been. It was that stupid orange 3 3/4 inch line.
Mm-hmm.
Over 96, aren't they? They know that people want that line, so they're going to spread that out. It's going to take forever, innit, to get hold of that, because they know they're going to buy them, aren't they? So
I like to know when they're going to say, the Cantina guys, Hammerhead and that, they're going to be. They must go do a wave of just aliens. That's what they want to do, isn't it? Just a wave.
Nick, are you surprised with the lack of sequel figures that are in the vintage collection?
Yeah.
Who are you asking me?
Yes, sir.
Am I surprised
with the lack of them? Because, they are good characters, and that's why Star Wars was, regardless of what you think of the movies, but there's, like the Black Series, there's barely any. I mean, at the start of the Black Series 5 years ago, the first 10 were all sequels, but then after that, it just died off. And I think what we've got recently is just Dark Ray. That's it. Do you know what I mean? So, and the vintage collection is practically none in there.
Quite a lot. There was a lot. I mean, that Force Friday that was in September or October 2019, I thought a lot came out. I'm looking at them right now. There's the ones that are in TK Maxx now that are popping up.
Yeah.
They've done more than enough, I reckon, for the sequel.
What, about 8?
Lots of this. Yeah. I haven't actually count.
Yeah.
For the last film, because obviously they cancelled the movie line, RIP. And I sort of went over and started getting all of the vintage collection figures that were brought out for that film, because I couldn't stand that there'd be a hole in my collection. I've got 5POA figures for all of the films, and then suddenly not the very final film. And that really wound me up.
Who would you want in that film, though? Because I've got, like, in my loose room, I've got a really healthy Force Awakens collection, and then I've got a fair bit of Last Jedi, and I suppose that is because of the movie line, so that's why they're there. Yes, they did have a movie line. Go on, sorry.
Finn, he was quite important.
Yeah.
Well, I just like to have as a figure. I mean, they hardly looked any different. They barely looked any different from the previous. I mean, Kylo looked different, but I can't think of anyone special.
Well, like you said before, like they have a new emperor. I mean,
a new emperor.
New emperor and the dark Sith Lord.
I suppose. The
Knights of Ren. I mean,
well, there you go. I forgot about that. That would be awesome, actually. Yeah.
I'd like to see the guard that's at the very end. You hardly see them, the red, all in red. You know,
I know. Why didn't they show them more?
Yeah, what the nice clear shot of them. It's like, oh,
funny, isn't it? Yeah.
They got a really cool weapon with like a gun with a bayonet on it. It's such a clever idea. So.
It's funny people talk about that Emperor, and it's just only because I wasn't a fan of the fact that he returned, but that he did look good when he
looked good
got his when he got his powers back. That I would say yes to a figure of that. Like that would be awesome. Like
Babu Freak.
Babu Freak. Hey, buddy. I bet Nick can
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he'd be tiny, wouldn't he? He would be smaller than Baby Yoda, wouldn't he?
So you'll get him in the retro collection. It'll be that big. Yoda. Like Baby Yoda.
I guess when they were making Babu Frick and they had it in the pipeline, and then they thought, everybody's gonna love that character, and then they bring up Baby Yoda, and it's like, who Babu hit for who?
Yeah.
People
saying General Pride there. Yeah, I forgot about him. And it's funny that I was thinking about what we could have had, what we could have had in 5 POA, but he's one instantly. You'd won in the vintage collection just because of the card back would be just phenomenal for him.
Yeah. and it's one of my favorite actors, Richard E. Grant. So
he's really good in that, isn't he?
Yeah. I never went to see The Rise of Skywalker at the cinema. It's the only Star Wars film I can remember since Return of the Jedi. We went to see Empire Strikes Back, but I was 5. I can't remember that. But I never went to see The Rise of the novelty just completely worn off by then. I was
I had to.
No, and we always go because we've got 4 kids, and our Wendy, Jen's sister's got 5. So we have a big family do, and we go out for something to eat, and it's like a real big thing. And this year, that year, I just didn't fancy going at all.
Well, it's funny that you just see throughout all those films, you see shades of the potential that could have been for all of it. But like Pride is a good example of, like, say, he should have been, earlier on, right from the start. Maybe, who knows?
I was so excited we were going to see a beaming, full battle, and we just saw bits of it.
You see bits of it.
We just saw bits of take off, and I was really hoping we'd actually see.
I could not go and see it because I mean, I was there in 78 or 78 when it came out in the UK. January the 24th, around about tea time. I remember seeing that.
I don't know what it was. It's funny because the excitement had gone, and then I think you watch YouTube before, and everybody was slagging it off before you even saw it. And I thought, forget it.
I just stopped watching a lot of YouTube around the time when it was coming out because I was just like, we've just got it all over the slagging off of The Last Jedi, and there's some bits in Last Jedi I really enjoy, and it's some beautiful moments.
I love the credit scene at the end when I could leave. It was awesome. I love that bit.
The whole
that bit when the lights came up in the theatre, so I could leave. I loved that bit. That was my favourite bit.
I've got to say though, there were bits in, like, I'm not a massive fan of the recent films, as in the main films. I think Rogue One and Solo are great, but there were little nuggets in all of them that I loved. And like, when I was sat in the cinema, do you guys remember they played like a trailer of everything for Star Wars? And I was getting emotional. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, but I'm a bit geeky. But I was really sort of immersed. And then there were other things that happened throughout the film that really sort of they worked for me, hearing all the voices when Rey was on her back. I wasn't enjoying the film at that point, but when she was lying there and she heard the voices, I was like, that's it was all sort of
I wanted to see them. I had visions of the film before I went in. I've actually seen Force Ghost, and
that would have been great.
That would have been so much better.
There's parts. I mean, that part when Rey leaps over the Kylo Ren's TIE fighter. I mean, that's awesome. You like that?
Yeah. I quite like that. I mean, it's funny we were talking about figures. I was going to mention Poe earlier. I would have loved the Indiana Jones fan of me would have liked the figure of Poe actually. But not in it's funny this, isn't it? Not in 5 POA necessarily for him, because I just think that, I love any figures that have got articulation, but I think he would be good, just like, because he looks like he's ready to be.
Well, if there's any figure that needs a bloody upgrade on the face, it's that one. My word. I mean,
like Indiana Jones Poe would be awesome, man.
I mean, he's going to be doing Moon Knight, the new Marvel character. So if they bring a Marvel figure out of him, hopefully they'll do a good head sculpt.
I mean, look at the state of that. That is
I got rid of mine. I sold mine, Shabby. I got rid of that figure. I just compared.
What the heck? What the heck?
Look at that. That is just hideous.
Yeah.
And they all look at it. The Last Jedi one that came in the brown jacket, they did it a bit better, but again, it wasn't. It was
that one's, isn't it?
Look, Bruce Grobbelaar.
Yeah, that one's not bad, is it? That one's not bad, is it? The one you get with the 2-pack with the.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's the one you got with the
the riot guy.
Yeah, he's not bad. That one.
It's like
a bit. Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh man!
Rogue One, I loved Rogue One, Dan. I loved Rogue One. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think it was one of the, that's that end scene with Vader. Again, one of the most. You put it up there. We talk about it, but I remember his lightsaber going on, and you're saying to yourself, "You'll never see him kick off the way," and he did it, and I just thought, this is unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Talk about a jaw-dropping moment. That's something I'll never forget about Star Wars. Although my favourite scene in all of Star Wars is Luke and Vader on Endor when they're talking, and and Luke says to Darth, my father is truly dead. That to me is the best Star Wars scene in all of them. I love that scene.
It's great.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I kind of raped that scene in Austin Powers video.
Oh, no. That was your Moley thing.
Nick, if you've not seen my movie mashups, watch all my
the Austin Powers thing. I think I
Austin
vaguely
Powers.
remember something about that.
I've done about 4 or 5 of them now.
Yeah. I've seen one of them, I think.
It's your Jabba's playset video, Tez. That's up there. That Jabba's play. It's the tension you build at the end, and the music's going. I won't say it on here because I want people to watch it, but it's so good. It's so good.
I made sure Nick watched it.
Mr. Bigglesworth. I love that. I was howling about that. That was really funny.
My wife came home one day. My wife came home one day and she's like, "Why are you filming yourself doing a jigsaw?" And I'm like,
Brady. Yeah.
I don't know. It's for the video. It'll work, honestly. So yeah. Oh,
absolutely brilliant. So are you enjoying making your videos, Christian? Are you enjoying it? Are you?
Yes. Yeah. No, I am.
Yeah.
I really enjoy sort of filming the stuff and then sharing it with other people, because in sort of real life, so to speak, I do have sort of friends that think that it's sort of all right, it's interesting, but they're not actually interested in the slightest. They're just being polite. They don't understand it at all.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. So it's really cool to be able to sort of share my excitement for something and then see that other people are sort of enjoying it as well. Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of like you had sort of mates when
good.
That's why I've got so much stuff and it was all sort of packed away, and I haven't got room. It's like, well, I want to show whatever it is, like Jabba the Hutt, and then it's on YouTube forever, pretty much, isn't it? And it's, when we're all gone, all our collection will be on the screen still.
Yeah.
So and you always had one of those mates at school or when you're growing up who you could go around to the house and they'd be showing you comics and figures, and I guess we're just sort of those type of guys, aren't we?
We all get that though. I mean, the lads in the chat will do this too. Like when you do get people come around, and it's like we with the furniture. So when you get clients that come in and look at, and then they go, "Oh," we all get that. People come in, they're like, "Wow, what is this?" And I always like the look of their faces, because regardless of whether they're into it or not, they all turn back to that 10-year-old kid. Like
they do, don't they? Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like motionless, like where they don't know where to look.
What happens when like if you get like a boilerman coming round or like a plumber?
Well, yeah, when I had my radiators done, the guy was just and he was saying, he loved Mandalorian. He'd been watching it with his kid and stuff, so he was right into it. He was awesome. So but as you say, it's just it takes you back, doesn't it? And everyone, even if they're not interested, they'll be fascinated by what you've got.
That was just terrible, Dominic. The funniest thing is, of those things in that movie that were meant to be taken seriously, I laughed my bollocks off. Do you know? That was one. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying, Shabby, about that cut of the film. They, thefallenlight.com. They managed to.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see it, Tez? Yeah.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, I was going through
But
it.
isn't it ironic that they can snip that out and it actually didn't affect the film whatsoever? So
It was
why
so
was it
daft.
acting?
But it looked stupid. I understand what they were going for, but
the vacuum of space and all that. Is it just because there was a force field around? Was that why she didn't blow up?
I don't know. And why did the get sucked out when they opened that door? They opened that door. There's a big bloody hole in the ship, and they just stood there going, "Come on, come on!"
Yeah.
What?
I think there's. I think there's 2 doors there, Shabby. Only technical.
Oh, is there?
Oh, yeah.
I understand it's only a fantasy movie. It's not real, but
Yeah, I know.
The Canto bite scene. I mean, that was the worst thing I didn't like. If I watch it now, I will skip sort of through it.
I remember seeing all the spoiler pictures for that, like showing them filming there, and you're like, "Oh, what's this going to be?" And you saw people getting flung out the way, and you think, "Oh, is this going to be a big Jedi face off for Sith?" And no, it was them dodging those animals, wasn't it? Jumping out of the way. You're like, "Oh."
Yeah. And that's all cut out. So it's funny, Taz. It's like an hour and 40 minutes as opposed to 2.5 hours that cut.
Yeah.
And it's gone. All Canto Bite is gone, and it doesn't affect the main plot at all.
No, it doesn't. This way, it just like cuts to them on the ship, and it makes sense.
Because I had no issue. I liked the Luke, Ray, Kylo, Snoke story. I thought that was really good. Enjoyable. That
connection.
That was interesting. Yeah, Matt, the Force connection. I liked all that.
Well, there was another part there too. When Ray goes to see Luke to be trained, yet she beats him in hand-to-hand combat, and she's there to be trained to lead Jedi
I didn't have
Master.
issues with things like that, really. I mean, she might just be strong.
I don't know.
Or whatever,
it annoys me.
Yeah,
I know. I'm one of those man babies, I suppose.
People did have a big issue with Luke and all that. The only issue I had, and I didn't even mind the milk thing, really.
That's great. I like the milk thing.
But the only thing I didn't like was that lightsaber toss. I found that.
I just started laughing.
Disrespectful.
Awful. I've never taken my eyes off the screen. I looked at my mate and I said, "What is this?
What the heck?
What is this?" Exactly that. Like, you've got to be joking.
Just should have handed it back to Ray, maybe. No, thank you.
Oh man, it just did not
do that.
It was like a joke. It was like we were watching a comedy, like a spoof. It's been said 1,000 times, but it's just that it was just
I've got a message from your mum, and I'm like, what? Do you remember Poe at the start? I've got a message from your mum.
Yeah.
What?
Do you not find that when you're watching the films, you have to certainly when I'm watching the films, I have to put either one of 2 heads on, either the person that's sort of critiquing the film or just enjoy it for what it is. Exactly. Yeah. It's like my brother sent me the trailer to, it wasn't a trailer, it was a teaser for the new Ghostbusters film, which I'm quite sort of apprehensive about.
Oh, in the supermarket,
Yes, in the supermarket. So the person that just wants to enjoy the film for what it is, loved it. I thought it was hilarious with the little marshmallows, the Stay Puffs. But the critic in me was like, how much funnier would it have been if when that bag rustles, a little rat just popped out and ran off and it was nothing? Like that would have been funny because we would have all got it. But at the same time, I sort of think, but the Stay Puft thing is kind of funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do find that I can have.
I like that
completely.
Bit, I like that bit. The horses on the Star Destroyer.
That is
stupid.
The
thing is, I watch it with a 10-year-old, and he loves all 3 of them. So my critique.
That's the thing. I think that's why I've not watched it again, because I don't want to watch it again and dislike it just as much as I do, and then come on here and go. There are people out there that do like it. Do you know what I mean?
Sit down and watch it with Suki, or you've said it was too bad, too much, and she'll probably agree with you. Terrible.
It's funny, Matt. I was going to say there's obviously different because I understand you quite liked it, or I don't know where you stand with it really. But I for example, I know people who loathe it more than me. They hate it. Like I quite like the forced projection, the idea of that. Although obviously I didn't like that he died because they needed him really, I think, for the last one. But I like that whole idea. But my mate was like, no, why didn't you show up? Why didn't you show up? My Geordie mate,
why didn't you just
hates
raise the X-wing out of the water and just get in it and then chase after her?
But that happened in The Rise of Skywalker. They wanted her to be Luke so bad.
Yeah,
His X-wing, his helmet, his lightsaber, his foot. You know what I mean?
Why
at least had
like
the
X-wing in the
heroic
water
moment.
First Force Awakens, isn't it? Well, they hinted, they showed the X-wing there in the water, didn't they? So I hinted at it. It's like,
what, Nick, you just made a really good point there. That's the only issue I had. I like Rey's a character, she's all right, but there was no heroic moment because she was badass from the beginning. So you never thought, like, oh, go on, Rey. You know what I mean? You were never like that with her because
nobody got
the
hand cut off in those films.
She never got anything chopped off, did she?
Yeah, you need. Well, no, you do. You need peril.
Kylo Ren chopped that guy's off hand at the start of Rise of Skywalker. Remember, put his arm over and cut it off like that.
Were you all not like?
At least Luke. Sorry, Mike. At least Luke looked heroic. At least he looked good when he was on that. I know he was force projected, but that car back says it all. He looks great, but still, it would. Yeah. But anyway, sorry, man. You were saying
should have been a green lightsaber.
I was just
should have been a green.
I was just going to say in The Rise of Skywalker, were you not all a little bit sort of buzzing when all of the ships turned up at the end, like, and you saw them all?
How did he get in?
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
You heard about you have to go a certain way and do this and all that, and then there's thousands of them. You're like,
yeah.
Fair enough.
I didn't like there was too many ships from the Sith side as well. Where all those ships been?
They threw everything in it, didn't they?
Yeah.
I didn't like the Sith side of it. I mean, it's just when they showed all of the rebels.
They were trying to make everybody happy, weren't they? Everybody. Well, this will make them happy. This will make them over there happy. This will make them happy. And it didn't work.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago we had Ross on who played Snoke, and it was like,
last week, wasn't it?
And all that kind of intrigue of in between films, like from Force Awakens to Last Jedi, I really enjoyed all that theory of about Snoke.
Yeah,
I really threw myself. Who is this? Who's Rey's parents and all that? I got really into that, and then that was the main disappointment to me is that they killed Snoke because I thought he was a fantastic character.
Yeah.
And then it's just taken away.
I still want him to be something, but he won't be, will he? I wanted him to be
kind
of like freakish conglomerate, or almost like a Frankenstein of. I wanted it to be Sidious,
or even Darth Plagueis.
He got some of his own genes. And Plagueis, But he's not a moon though, is he? But he's tall like a moon or whatever that thing is. And he's humanoid, like say himself. So he's a clone of himself and his master.
What did you think Finn wanted to tell Rey? Remember the last movie he kept saying, "I've got something to tell you," and you never found out.
He could use the Force, can he? He was Force sensitive.
Was it that though, Matt? Is that what? Is that? Oh, right, okay. Because I never worked that out. What did he want to tell them?
Yeah, you watch it a few more times, and it's like, he's Force. He doesn't need to say.
Like he knows Rey's flying the X-wing, doesn't he? He's like, oh, that's Rey's here or whatever in the X-wing, isn't it? That bit which she's flying through the.
Why didn't they build on that relationship either between Finn and Rey? The chemistry was brilliant in The Force Awakens. Why didn't they continue that?
Yeah.
But what it was, I remember that was my favourite experience at the cinema, was The Force Awakens. I remember the Phantom Menace, and I remember where I was, but I was only, 19, 20 when that came out. But this one, I love all the brand new figures. The toy aisles were absolutely packed. The Force Fridays.
In 1990, were you?
99, I was 19 in 1999. No, I wasn't. Was I? I was born in 75, 85, 95.
Late 20s.
24.
Yeah. You're a man.
Thanks, man. When I was 14 and I saw the Force Awakens, I thought, this is a... But I loved it. I loved The Force Awakens. I loved everything about it. It's only afterwards it started to wind down a bit. But do you think it's because the majority of YouTube videos post Last Jedi just hated it and you went down that strip? Because I did, I'll be honest to you. You come out of that film and you think I hate it, and then you're watching it, and then straight when you break up, let's see who else hates it. Let's see who else hates it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I used to watch people go to Toys R Us when Toys R Us was still open before it all closed. And they used to go, look at the pegs. Star Wars is dead. I'm like, yeah, Star Wars figures is dead. I agree with you. And I was like, why am I watching this crap? Why am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Because I'd never you hear about people cancelling Disney Plus and not. I'd never turn my back on it because of one or two movies. No, because you get The Mandalorian, you get Rogue One, and even Solo. I thought was a cracking film. I
love Solo.
Yeah,
love Solo.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah,
go-to sort of films, Solo and Rogue One. Sort of more,
Intergalactic Gate FaceTime. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, sorry, I've gone too far. Here we go. Oh,
yeah, get to France.
Get to France. Get to Shabby standing up in the cinema. Get to France. Whoa.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
People have talked about, Snoke being Plagueis, but that was my theory, that he was more than Plagueis. He was Plagueis and maybe some other bits of DNA.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like a mashup.
Really cool.
That's never been done. Like clones have been done, but he's like a mashup of different, really strong, because it's really hard to clone a Force sensitive. So that's why he's all like deformed and stuff. You know what I mean?
Maybe
that would have been a cracking storyline. Bring other things into it.
I loved Snoke, and that's what I was trying to say to that Ross guy, because I think I got paranoid. I thought, I hope he doesn't think I'm like hating on it. Like, he must get so many people probably saying, I hate it.
Yeah.
But I really liked it because it was basically, this is what it was. It was like lightsaber toss, and then when he came on Snoke and Kylo, I really loved that scene. I was like, right, this is all right now. I can relax a bit and enjoy this bit,
Yeah, that's what he said, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, but then again, you look at the prequels, and people used to hate all the prequels, and I used to go with what my mates used to say. You kind of follow the line. Oh, I hate Jar Jar Binks. I hate Attack of the Clones. And at the end of the day, I didn't all hate that stuff.
I loved it. I loved all the prequels.
Yeah. You just felt like you had to go with the general consensus.
Phantom Menace, I loved it for all the 80s.
I remember talking to somebody about that, and they'd say, I hate the Attack of the Clones. And said, do you remember that part with Jango Fett? Oh, I love that scene. Well, you've just turned around and said you hate it. Remember at the end when all the Jedi are flying in that Geonosis arena? Oh, yeah, that was amazing. You've just said you hate it. There's nothing to hate in that movie.
I love the Coruscant bit at the beginning. Obi-Wan's on.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think why Phantom Menace, it won 2 Oscars for sound editing and effects. If you watch the pod race, I think it's the first 5 minutes of the pod race has no music.
Yeah,
it has no music. So
it's all great.
It's all Ben Burtt and his
Ben Burtt at his best.
Yeah. And it's just, I could watch the pod race on loop, and then you get to the end. You get to the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, Darth Maul battle. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. The music. Cheers, Gab.
Yeah, that's like you're saying, Attack of the Clones, when it goes off and it goes through all those asteroids with only one starfighter. You're like, this. What a great sound that was.
Sonic,
that was a great sound. That
was
in Mando. I loved that. That was
yeah. You knew it was coming though, didn't you? As soon as you saw it come out there, the bottom of that.
Yeah, those fellas know what they're doing, man. They really do.
We'll have to do that next week. The top 10, the top 10. Maybe not just Star Wars. The top 10 movie sound effects. Like you could have the Ghostbusters power pack going on. The sound of the DeLorean. There's certain sounds in movies which just reminisce.
What's your favourite sound from Star Wars?
Yeah.
What's your favourite sound? To me, it's always TIE Fighter. That scream of a TIE Fighter.
That's like asking what's your favourite song, isn't it?
It's what's it, isn't it? Yeah.
I like the when they're on the Death Star. I like the background hum of that.
Matt.
Hum and like things are. Yeah, that is the best sound ever.
Yeah, the Death Star.
It's on YouTube.
It's right. Could be all night.
What's that guy called from Blade Runner? You can only ever find his apartment sound, and it's got a horrible kind of. I want a clean version of that hum,
hum.
And I can't find it anywhere.
Like Cloud City's got sort of a background hum as well, hasn't it?
And even on Return of the Jedi in the throne room, I can feel your anger. That scene, you can hear it then. humming.
You know, it's funny you talk about Blade Runner because we always talk about John Williams' score for Star Wars, but to me, one of the best music scores for Star Wars was the Ahsoka episode. That music in that Ahsoka episode is
that was
unbelievable. My favourite part of that whole Mandalorian is obviously Luke at the end, but my favourite episode, that Ahsoka episode, is a masterpiece to me.
Oh,
I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Nice pace, wasn't it? Really nice.
It was just the way it was filmed and the colour, that greenish, grainy colour that they gave it, and the way the outfits. It was amazing. And the music.
Goranson, Sven something.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Ludwig.
Yeah. Oh man, maximum respect to him. Unbelievable.
Because I remember listening to that Mandalorian score. Starting, I thought, sounds like an 80s Rocky montage, but it grows on you, know. You're like, oh, this is awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that music they use for when the Death Troopers come.
Yeah.
You can feel it was mechanical.
Yeah, familiar about that. I've seen that in a film or something. I'm sure.
I've loved this tonight. Thank you so much, you two, for coming on, man. What a great conversation.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, man.
Oh, you lovely one.
It's
been amazing.
It's 10:05.
I know.
Has it?
Oh.
Speed bike. Andy's made a good point. That speed. Oh, you know, like that echoey noise through the woods. How cool is that?
I was speaking to Sam Westall, Shabby. She's got a good noise when she goes past that. It's like that electric guitar sound.
It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah.
You had me absolutely. You had me howling, Nick, in your video about the tauntauns. Like the detail that you went into, like are they sort of goat-like or are they dinosaur-like and all this sort of stuff? And I was like, I never thought about it. I was just like,
I'm sure I was watching an Empire Strikes Back thing, and they said about this lizard thing. I thought I never ever saw
hairy lizards.
But they are, aren't they? They're like the hind legs of a really strong dinosaur, man. But it's the noise they make. You think of goats or sheep or something, don't you? Like cattle or something. And you know,
when you started doing that sound effect, I was literally laughing, and I think like I was in bed watching it, and I started laughing. The missus woke up; she went mental, but I could not stop laughing at that because you were so.
Let me see if I can do it for you.
Sorry.
Collecting away in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all those figures sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
There we go.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody collects the same.
I think that's the end. Just glad you care. Right. Nick. Yo, Shabby.
Good night, everybody.
Anyway, I didn't mean to press that at that particular time, but that's
funny.
That
We're definitely going now.
I wasn't going to do the tauntaun. That's what he was going to do. Like,
I just thought,
do the tauntaun impression.
No, I just thought, I'll cue that. I'll cue it up for a minute, and then I'll play it. But sorry, there we go.
We'll get the hang of it in 2024 or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be done.
Be fine. We'll be in 3D hologram by then, anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so sorry.
That was awesome. That was great. Thanks,
thank you, and thank Christian, man. I knew this would be a good one. So cheers, lads.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we'll get you on again, of course.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, it'd be amazing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Every third Friday in the month. There you go.
Are you still live, Tez? You look like you're live.
He's live. Don't worry, I'll take a couple of that.
Still live.
Yeah. Don't say shit or F.
Yeah, don't say yeah. Oh yeah. Avid. Yeah.
Oh, There we go. Anyway, so we're going to head off, guys. So,
cheerio, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next week.
Friday.
See you next Friday. Ta-ra.
See you.
Cheers.
Chat. End broadcast. Yes, please.
Yes.